Yo, what's good, you legends? I hope you all enjoyed that. I have always wanted to make a video like this just because I think that sound design and music and all that is really just the unsung hero of all great videos.
It is reborn, man. I'm just gonna say it's just reborn, man. What is Gucci Mano Cheese? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. Give everybody that's been listening or watching our podcast, big shout out to you guys.
Me everywhere we reppin' half court, you know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is Gucci Mano Cheese? Welcome to the Half Court Podcast. I got AV behind the camera, and today we got photographer, videographer, content creator, musician.
That too.
Yep. Joseph Garcia. What else do you do, brother?
Yo, dang, man. Whenever you say it that way, it kind of makes me feel, I felt like really awkward just hearing all the things that you say, but it's all true, man.
Yeah.
I think aside from that, man, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but since we're on a podcast, I think you're going to get the juiciness, you know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
I'm also not only musician, but like music director as well. I'm also a translator. I'm actually really involved in church as well. So technically I also have the role of a pastor as well. So I'm actually ordained to be a pastor as well.
Okay.
So if you need to get married, bro.
You said a translator?
I translate as well, man.
Spanish or
Spanish
what?
to English or English to Spanish.
You're Mexican?
I am Mexican, bro.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
So
where are your parents from?
So my dad is from Matamoros, Tamaulipas. So he's
Okay.
from Mexico, and then my mom is from Texas, down south, like near South Padre Island for the people that
Yeah.
know about it.
Oh,
So were you
Hell yeah,
born
hell yeah.
here or?
Yeah, man. So I was born here, Oklahoma City.
Dang.
Just down the street. Actually, well, we can't say where we're at, but
Yeah.
but just down the street, man. There's a hospital right there, and that's actually where I was born. So born and raised here, man.
Yeah. You live in the South?
Yeah, man. I lived on the south side. It's crazy,
yeah.
bro, because they know what's up. So I live on the south side, and then I ended up, my parents, we moved out towards Mustang into the suburbs. Then after that, we went back. Now I bought a house, and it's back on the south side again. So stick with the roots, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It goes full circle, man. It goes full circle.
I mean, we trying out here, man. I mean, you gotta hang out with the Latinos out here, bro.
Right. Something about the South, man. Man, it's going to get very nerdy, very juicy in here when it comes to the content creation. So let's start off by that, man. It's crazy how I discovered you. It was just randomly showed up on, I guess, the recommended page. And it has something to do, I believe that first video I saw was, I want to say you were at a airport and you were talking about, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. And it was a really fast sequence of clips or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And I need to watch that video again because I want to learn how to do that swoom and then how do you do that?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. How about instead of you going watch the movie, one of these days you go out and shoot with me, and then we'll just do it that way. How about that?
It's easier to explain.
Yeah, it'll be easier, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, videos are great and everything, but it's very difficult to explain something so technical. Man, I try and make it as simple as possible, but I mean, you'll realize
it's a lot. Even me, because I have it's 6 of us total, so I'm trying to teach 2 of them the videography side, so that way when you need a shooter, somebody to shoot for you, then they'll know. But it's where do I even start? And I explain them the basics.
If people don't really like it, they're not gonna take. You have to really like it to fuck with it, because I imagine for you to be able to do a tutorial, you probably were pressing all kinds of shit, trying to. I can imagine, bro, because I know my few little tricks, but to know, to just have an arsenal of shit to use takes time, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's interesting that you said it that way, bro, because, whenever I first started out, man, a lot of people don't know this, but, I actually started off with, an old YouTube channel, man. So I actually started a YouTube channel. Do you know who Wong Fu Productions is?
No.
I do. I've seen that's around the same Timothy DeLaGhetto era and
yeah, man. So
Maker Studios and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
So they started making some high-end content, bro, and it's not to be racist, but they were all Asians. It's all about Asian culture, right? And so basically what happened is they had this high-quality stuff, sketches, things like that, and I was like, yo, I think I can do that. I just want to make it look nice because nobody's doing it. Because the only people that were doing the Latino style was Cholo Adventures and
I don't know if you remember PD Flow.
Yeah, I know
he was
this guy.
Mexican, bro. He looked white as fuck, but he was doing some crazy shit too at the time.
And so these cats, bro, what they were doing is they were doing a lot of sketches and stuff. And I said, hey, man, I think I can do this. They were broke. And so I started getting into it, and I was just like, hey, man, let's do this. And so then I started shooting that kind of stuff. And then after that, I realized that the channel was a growth. I think I got a total of like 20 subscribers, honestly. And then I ended up going to a music channel.
Yeah.
That got up to around like 3,000, but then I got kind of bored of that. And then I jumped back.
I thought I was the only one, bro, because when it comes to the content creation, I feel like it's like you go through different phases trying to see like what do you like and what can you do long term. And then
I think it's a creative thing, man. Like a lot of times people, like you said, you felt weird that he said the many things that you do, but sometimes you gotta do that many things to know what it is you really like, you know, like.
Dude, absolutely, man. You know, whenever I was, when they flew me out to VidCon, whenever I won this competition with Hayden Pedersen and all those cats, whenever I went back out there, bro, so basically, I was talking to this guy by the pool. Fun fact, the way that I started the conversation is like I accidentally jumped in the pool. Okay, I fell into the pool and then it splashed and it hit him and I was just like, yo, bro, I'm so sorry. And then we started talking and apparently he's one of those guys that is like on MTV and he's like one of them actors or whatever, right? And he told me, he said, it doesn't matter what you go through right now, man. Everything is gonna help you out in the end. So ever since then, it really stuck with me and I was just like, oh, hey, man, I thought I wasted my time with these other two YouTube channels, but in actuality, man, it all helped out. But so yeah, man, that's a really big thing. But to go back to it, because you asked a question, I didn't even answer the question. We kind of went off.
Because AV once again, did his thing, interrupt. It's just a casual thing.
Yeah, that's the thing that we do, man.
but going back to it, you had said like, how do you do that kind of stuff, man? Honestly, it's crazy because going back to what AV was saying about the arsenal and stuff, I didn't know that I had I didn't know how many tricks started coming up until like years in, bro, until I started making tutorials. I was like, hey, man, I kind of know a little bit. I know a little bit about this stuff,
Yeah.
And then I just started experimenting. I was like, I actually used to do this, man, to do those kind of sequences. I actually watched movies and I watched different videos and I got a stopwatch on my phone and then I started tapping and then I played the video and I was just like, okay, how come I understand what's going on there, but it's going really fast? Like, how do I do that?
Shit.
So I stopped it every single time and I counted how many seconds, the frames and stuff. And then that's how I figured out the sweet spot of like, how fast can I show you something, but you're still going to catch it. You know what I mean?
So is this a filmmaking thing where like, ever since I got heavily into like videography and filmmaking, when you watch a movie, you spot all the flaws?
Bro,
You like, that's a green screen. Oh, wait, hey. The angle was different. Like the hand was, when they do a different angle, the hand is down, and then sometimes they do a different angle, the hand is up, and it's like, oh, wow.
Oh no, bro, no,
movies ain't the same anymore. I still enjoy it.
No, man,
it's like fuck.
No, man, they literally when you learn about videos, you can't watch a movie the same.
Your brain fucked at that
bro,
point.
They take away the magic of it, bro. But it's so true. You know what's the biggest one, bro? Is whenever.
You're good, bro. You're good.
My bad. Okay, my bad, Kyrie. All right. So, but it was like one of the biggest things is that whenever they show like the over the shoulder shots when they're talking, look at the face of the person who is the back, and like supposedly they're talking and their mouth, like their chin, is like it's not moving.
But I feel like they probably fooled like the majority of the people.
Yeah, the average person. I mean, I think that's what it is. But like, there's this channel called CNET. I don't know if you know about CNET.
Absolutely.
Man, those guys have a dedicated section where they analyze fuck-ups. So,
they have no fucking life. Talk about haters, bro.
No, but these big budgets are like crazy. Like there was one that I think it was like one fight movie. And
they kept fucking it up.
No, the guy is in the crowd. The cameraman's in the crowd. Like, just holding the camera like he forgot to move out. And he was so into the fight that he forgot to move out.
It's like the movie Shazam, bro, where they actually, like, they had people in the mall that were working like in it, that they were part of the crew, and they ended up not green screen, they ended up VFXing some like paper bags, like if they were shoppers, but they were in the final shot in like the actual movie, like big facts.
It's crazy.
Did you ever watch those old narco movies, like the Mexican ones with those are terrible, but I would still watch the whole fucking thing, and it's crazy, bro. I don't know why.
I didn't watch any of those, bro, but I did watch a lot of novelas whenever my mom, like some soap operas.
No, novelas are great, bro, compared to those fucking movies. Terrible, bro. But it's crazy. The story, I guess, is what gets you a lot of times too. Yeah. Like if the cinematography isn't so great.
It's crazy. It's like when you create content and stuff. Like the COVID thing was me. When I did the COVID video, it was me just getting out of my comfort zone and finding ways to get better. And to the average eye, it's like, oh, it's amazing. But I know I need something. There's something I'm missing that I need to execute and need to figure out. And I know other filmmakers are like, that's good, but it needs something.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you said,
No, and
the juice is there, it just needs a little bit of sugar.
Exactly. So for those of you who don't know, so like Darwin had hit me up already. And so what he did, this video that he's talking about, he actually sent it in because I had posted on my Instagram. My boy followed me on Instagram, follow me on at Keyboard King on Instagram.
Yes.
But so basically I said, hey, I'm going to do like this kind of like mind reading. I didn't know what I was going to do. Honestly, bro, by the way, the original title I was going to do for this, I was going to call it, it was going to be like professional filmmaker guesses how long somebody's been, you know, shooting for or reading somebody's mind, some crap like that, right? And so then like I saw your video and I was just like, oh, this dude's from OKC. I was like, this dude's a local. And then I started looking at it and I was just like, and then like I remember responding to everything and I think I told you that the audio like messed up. So I had to literally film that entire video over
So the purpose of that, because I remember it was something that maybe was like a collab or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, it pulled up. It's there. Let me just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let me just shoot my shot because I would love to collab, you know? And that's when I ended up submitting the video. And that actually was for the Maddie thing, which, by the way, I'm kind of curious who won that stuff. Was there a winner?
Oh, man.
Because I know you also participate.
Bro, okay. Yeah, man. Let's talk about this for a second because I'm a little upset about this. All right. So check this out. So I didn't win. Not first place, not second, not third. He even did honorary like fourth or fifth place.
What video did he announce it? Because
I'll be honest, bro. He didn't announce it until like a month, 5 weeks later, or something like. Because I was keeping up on it because low key, I was about to purchase a new house, and I was like, hey man, I need some money. So if I can,
that would have
helped me out, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so long story short, bro. So what ended up happening is some other dudes won, right? And this is just me. I don't mean to sound like a douche or anything, but like I was just like,
you thought your shit did
I was
better.
like, yeah, man. I thought that I would at least make top 5, at least be an honorary thing because I saw the 5th place, and I was like. For real?
Yeah.
This guy won. I got kind of. I'll be up. I'm gonna
I
got
hear
upset,
you,
bro. I got upset.
So there was a competition on YouTube by a YouTuber named Maddie. He does tutorials and stuff like that. He's a great YouTuber. And it was a COVID theme. It could be at your house, whatever. So I decided to do my own version of COVID. Joseph himself did his own version of COVID, which was great. My thing was I went into the mentality like, I'm going to use this as a practice. It's COVID. Everything is locked down. I'm just going to practice. And that's what I did. I never went into the mentality. I'm like, if I happen to be the winner, then cool. But if not, then it's a learning experience for me. But I was always like curious, like, where's this video at? Like, where's the announcement? And
man,
is it on?
It's on his channel, man. I'm going to have to look for it. But I will say this.
I want to see. I'm curious. I want to see who was those top 5.
For sure. We
you
really
didn't make top 5?
I didn't make top 5, bro. I didn't even make he even made a list of like top 25 and I didn't even make it on the top 25.
Oh.
So here's my thing, bro. All right. So there's 2 things I want to mention to you. So number 1, your video was great, man. Like I said, we just need to tweak it up just a little bit. Like, oh man, I was sitting there, I was just like, this kid got the vision. You know, I was like, Darwin got the vision. We just need to clean it up a little bit to make it just like pop, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, as far as the video is concerned, bro, I have a feeling, man, that like it didn't go through because you had no way of figuring out if your video submitted.
Right.
You literally posted it on your YouTube, and then you sent an email, not anything else. You didn't go to a portal. It was literally send an email with the link, and then that's it. And so I sent it,
missed it easier.
and I sent it twice, bro. I really did
Just to make sure,
right? But I didn't get anything. And low key, like I mean. I understand that I'm a little bit weird when it comes to like we're getting a little juicy with the creativity right now.
Right.
But like I like making stuff, man, that makes you think, right? I enjoy making that kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan, you know, these kind of cats messing with time, making things somewhat confusing, but you can still understand it. That's what I'm into. And so that's the approach that I went in my COVID-19 effect video. But the thing that just, you know,
it was trippy because it was like you talking to yourself.
Exactly. So. And that was the thing, man, is that part of me thought, okay, maybe it didn't make it because they just completely didn't understand. Maybe, yeah, you know, maybe I just didn't do a good job as a filmmaker and getting the point across. But then again, I talked to some friends of mine and people that I trust in the video world.
Yeah,
they're like,
I think it was great.
Yeah, you know, and so I don't know, man. Gosh, man, you hit a pressure point, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess like I definitely get your you know your side. You're like, damn, you know, I put all this effort in like this. I think it's great. And then when you see the top 3, I got to look at it because I want to analyze and like be like, damn, this right here.
How do you
know?
work on your storytelling?
Yeah, man. No, so as far as storytelling, man, that's actually very, very difficult. Because people say like, you know, so how do I get better? Because low key, AB, that's like the number 1 question I get asked on my DMs, man. How do I get better at storytelling? Or it's like, hey man, your storytelling's dope. How do I do this? I would say, man, watch a ton of movies, man. Like you don't have to read books. I'll be honest, I hate reading books, man.
Yeah, I'm not a reader myself.
Nah, man. By the way, I'm the guy that anytime I watch a YouTube video, unless it's like a cinematic video, I will watch it twice as fast because people talk too much or I just need the meat. Like I just want 3 points or 3 tips.
Yeah.
I want all 3 tips. I don't need the 15-minute long vlog. Give me the 3 tips, bro. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was just gonna say, man, watch. I just watched a lot of movies, man. Watch a lot of stories and then pick it apart. Like literally pick it apart and try the biggest way is to paint a picture.
Right.
You know what I mean? You heard those cats that they always say like, the book is better than the movie. You know how people say that?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why they say that the book is better than the movie is because in the book, man, they give you all these descriptions on
They make their own imagery.
They make their own image of it, right? So obviously it's going to be better because whenever I tell a video,
it's only your perspective.
It's my perspective, exactly. And so I would say, just the best thing to do is to create as many details as you can to paint the picture of how it is. You know what I mean? Like it sounds real abstract and cheesy, but I mean,
well, yeah, and that's cool because we need that. But like the actual technical part of it, do you write? Do you like how do you make sure that when you go out you catch this scene, and this scene to make sure that your story makes sense at the end?
Yeah, bro. So like that's one of the biggest things that became very difficult for me because you have 2 types of videos in this case. You got the videos that are like storytelling, like a movie, like starts here and ends here, whatever, right? And then you got the whole B-roll trend that we got going right now and like, the Daniel Schiffers and, all these cats, right? And it's fire. Don't get me wrong. I've done stuff like that. I love it, right? But that doesn't really necessarily
doesn't fall under like storytelling or anything. That's just I guess
random ass like a faucet.
I think Daniel. Shit. I think he started that shit.
Oh, bro,
I want to say he did, but
it's
he
cool.
took it to,
I mean, it's cool. It's cool shit.
He took it to the next level. But the thing with the filmmaking is when one thing gets hot, it gets hot, and everybody burns the hell out of it. Like remember when the Zoom transitions came out and like.
Bro,
man, they use the shit out of that, Bro, the zoom in, zoom out.
I am so tired of that. Even to this day, bro, there's people that are like barely getting caught onto it. Like people make free Zoom transition. I'm just like, bro.
Oh God.
We get it. You bought a transition pack.
Right. We get
like,
excited.
We get it, bro.
We get excited and we want to.
So fun fact, bro. Speaking of Mr. Daniel Schiffer, man. So Daniel's a cool dude. So check this out. So whenever last year before I went to Australia in like October or something like that, I actually had Daniel Schiffer, he actually slid into my DMs, all right? And he sent me a message, and he was like, his message, and it was like a great opener. He literally just said, ever been to Canada? Like, that's all he asked. And then I was like, oh, snap. I was like, no, I haven't. And he was like, hey, man, I saw your video of, like, Hayden Pedersen, this and that. I watched the whole video. I was wondering, you seem like an authentic dude. I was wondering if you'd like to talk, and maybe you can come to Canada, right? And I was just like, dude, let's talk about it. But time just passed. I ended up going to Australia during the time that I was going to go over there. And then like, I don't know what happened. Like I even had his number and everything. And he just never responded to me. And I was just like, whenever I talked with him, he was showing me the skateboard B-roll that he was doing when we video called, and he showed it to me. And I was sitting there and I was just like, hey man, how do you feel about this? And he was just like, hey man, I mean, it's good. He was like, I like doing this. And, and
that was probably just one of those where you missed out on that opportunity because you didn't capitalize right there.
I mean,
he had a big opportunity at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
that's happened to me with artists. Like they'll hit me up for a music video, and at the time I'm like, I don't know if I want to go all the way to fucking Baton Rouge right now, this and that. And it's like, damn, now this motherfucker ain't replying.
Right, because it's like,
it went cold.
I didn't pick up on that one.
It went cold.
I fucked it up.
You won this competition, right? There's what are the names?
Yeah,
I know I watched them.
Yeah, so we got Hayden, North Borders, and Seventh Area. Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're big YouTube photographers, right?
Yes.
They love to do the photography stuff, huh?
Oh man,
do
they
what
love
was
the
competition?
Yeah, man. So as far as the competition was concerned, basically they all posted it and they said, hey, just got to make a B-roll. You got to make. It's called the B-roll challenge. Just make some B-roll, whatever you want. You got 30 seconds, knock it out, and then first place gets to go to LA and hang out with us and blah blah blah. And I'll be honest, man, I didn't think that I was gonna win at all. But little do people know, during that time, man, I've entered like maybe 3 or 4 other competitions. Everybody just says like, oh no, man, it was like you got big or you did this just because like you won this competition. And I was just like, I mean, you don't know my entire grind like the other times, know.
So with the competitions, I'm sorry, do you get like followers or money, or what do you get with the competitions?
Nah, man, I got a free trip. Me and somebody else. So I took my cousin with me. We got a free trip to LA. They covered our stay. and we got to go to VidCon. I met a ton of people. It was great. One of the guys that stood out to me is Potato Jet. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, such a cool. Him and Sam.
Yeah, you can just tell he's a humble guy. He,
bro, you couldn't have said any better, man. He's such a cool dude. That guy's one of the most authentic people that I met out there, and there was a lot of fake people out there. No disrespect to anybody, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's with him is like he just seems goofy the way he does his tutorials and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, you can kind of tell based on what you see, but some of it is fake. You can, it goes either way. So that's crazy. So did you actually you just hanged out with him? Did you guys create content, or what was the deal?
Yeah, man. So when we were in LA, we were at VidCon, right? So we ended up just basically, just going to like some of the event. Honestly, bro, it's crazy because he said like part of the prize was like you get to go to VidCon. We didn't really even go to VidCon, like the actual VidCon. I think we went twice of like the 3 or 4 days that it took place. The main place we want to hang out was at the hotel, the Creator Hotel, because that's where everybody was. So there was like restaurants, bars, and they even had lounges of different people, like different companies, Adobe, all these different people. And we basically just hung out there and we just networked and talked to a whole bunch of people. So as far as creating content, we didn't create like any content when we were there. We literally we filmed some stuff, but I mean, it was crazy, man. The schedule, like of everything that we were doing the entire time was just busy the entire time. But then whenever they told me after we like connected well, that's whenever we did like some of the photo battles that maybe you've seen with Hayden, and I was like a part of it, and it was because we just got along. And then from there on, they were just like, hey man, you should you gonna stick around? You gotta leave. And so I ended up changing my flight. My cousin ended up leaving back to Texas, and I ended up hanging out with him, and that's where we actually created content. And bro, those cats, man, they got some drive. Let's just say that, man. Like, they look like, oh, they just have fun, this and that. Nah, bro. These guys got drive, bro. They don't get tired, bro. Especially Mike. Don't get tired, bro.
How much content are they putting out? Is it like a weekly thing?
Yeah, man. They bust out with like weekly vlogs and weekly things. But, I mean, they have their spurts of moments, man. Like, I remember one time, Mike, while I was in Australia and we had a whole road trip, man. Like, we were in...
So how did the Australia thing happen?
Yeah, so the Australia thing happened because I actually told Hayden, a lot of people don't know this story. So I told Hayden, I told him, or actually I was on a video call with all three of them. And I said, hey, bro, I was just like, if I go to Australia before the end of this year, you and the boys got to come to OKC. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm being dead serious. If I go by the end of this year, you guys are going to come to OKC. And he was like, all right, done, in his Australian accent, which I'm terrible at. But then ended up going to Australia, and it was just because we created a relationship while we were out there, man. Like, we hung out like for forever. So I was out in Australia for like almost a month, actually. It was a long time. Hung out with them, man, but going back to it, so what ended up happening is, like, Mike, bro, like, he was busting out like with a video every other day, man. And we were filming every day. So as soon as we were out shooting, like I'm looking at this video right now, you guys probably can't see it, but it's like photographers shoot blind, and we're out in the desert. And I remember that day, we were out in the desert, and bro, the day after, we didn't get home until 5 a.m. because our tire popped, which a lot of people don't know this story either, but our tire popped, bro, and we couldn't get anybody to come and help us, bro. We called AAA, we called like 3 or 4 different companies. We were stuck, bro.
In the middle of nowhere?
In the middle of nowhere, bro, trying to get back to Sydney, Australia, because that was out maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours out. But I was just going to say, man, even the next day, Mike busted out a video, bro. Even after all that night, and he drove.
I'd have to pop a couple Adderalls to do that.
Nah, man. I mean, it's all just a compliment to them, bro. They're truly, they are some creators, man.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on them, man. It looks like they're having a great time, which they are, but they grind. That's for sure.
YouTube is it's a job, man. It's a job, and it's like, how do you even keep that balance? Because like, you try to pop a video a week, right? Like once a week, a tutorial or something that you're doing. And how do you keep it so consistent?
Oh, bro, honestly, man, I don't know if I can answer that because I haven't posted in about 2.5 weeks coming right now. Yeah. But before, man, like I was really consistent. It's so difficult, bro. Like the people that say, "Oh, you're a YouTuber? That's fun," and I'm just like, damn, bro, don't disrespect me like that. Like there's a lot of work that goes into it, man. And I'm sure, I've seen some of your stuff that you're posting now, man. And like, I think you can get a feel for it. Cause I remember I saw your channel and I went back like, pretty much to like the beginning. And I saw you were doing like some vlogs and stuff. And I was just like, and I think you were building out this place as the vlog that I saw.
Yes.
And I was sitting there and I was just like, dang, man, respect to this dude, man, because like I know what it's like to have to do this stuff. But the best advice that I can, yeah, right. But the best advice that I can give, bro, as far as like trying to be consistent, the best advice that I can give is literally just shoot a whole bunch of content and just keep grinding. Like, don't get caught up onto one video, because there's so many casters like, oh, well, like, it's not perfect yet. It's not this.
Perfect. Yeah, that's just perfect card.
Just throw that bitch out there, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's true, bro. You literally have to throw it out there. And I've said in a video before, and I told everybody, and I said, hey, man, your first 100 videos are going to suck. So just get them done,
out the way.
Get them out the way. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
go.
The more practice you get, the better you're going to get. You're going to find your flaws and this and that. But yeah, man, my channel actually, and that's like, it's hard. It's just hard because it's like I started, I did vlogs, and then I went to the NBA content, just like talking about games, because NBA is my thing when it comes to the sports.
Who do you go for, though?
I'm a Thunder fan. I'm a Thunder fan, LeBron fan, fully. You know, been following LeBron ever since LeBron was LeBron. You know, and
hey, man, a lot of people hate on LeBron, but that's a GOAT, bro.
Right. So it's like it started with that, and then like maintaining that YouTube channel, because like I would, after every single game, like I would be on it, boom. But then I had to work the next morning. That's like I would go 2-3 o'clock in the morning editing the video, uploading it, make sure it's ready to be. I was like, man, I can't keep up with this stuff, and I got to be on every game. And then as I keep getting exhausted about these videos, and the film side of me was like, come on. So I was like, so now I had to go away from that to learn more of the filmmaking, polish it. And it just went. So I was like, I'm just going to do vlogs whenever. But as of right now, I'll just do vlogs whenever I got some fun stuff to do. But I also want to find once I get more, more situated, I want to find a way to still do YouTube videos, and rather it's filmmaking or a little bit of basketball. Because I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Dude.
Even though it's a job, you got to put in the work with the filming, editing, and thumbnail, title, description, hashtags. Like, it goes on and on.
Bro, it just doesn't stop, man. But I will say this, man. Like, I give it up to you, bro, more than anything. And even to all those creators out there, man, that are making content and nobody's watching. Like, 100 views. 200 views.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So much respect to you, bro. And
bro, you got to think about it. With our shit, it's like fucking 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes. An hour and a half. So we know not everybody's watching, but let's say this episode, your mom, your grandpa, whoever the fuck, that's 4 or 5 people. If we have 1,000 episodes, eventually it's going to be add up,
I watched the Joe Rogan podcast today, which that was already enough for me, because I already have the motivation for this. It's already implemented into my lifestyle. And we've been 36, 30, yours is going to be, I think, 37 or 38. Weeks without missing an upload. So it's every Thursday we drop an episode.
Let's go.
And I was listening to a podcast on my way here, and it's like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years, and like when I did this years ago, I'd have had no views, but I liked it.
It's a marathon, man.
It's the same thing with the YouTube channel. When I do vlogs and stuff, if I get 100 views, 200 views and stuff, I mean, they saw it, the people that, as long as somebody can get value from it, I think that's what really matters to me.
Bro, it's so true.
I'm going to still keep pumping them videos out.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I love it.
And that's the thing, man, is that, like, you love it. And like, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Like, I love doing it. I love doing it as well. And I've said this to a lot of people, and I'm just like, hey, bro, like, you truly need to fall in love with the art and the process of making a video rather than the numbers, man. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna be straight up with you, man. The day after tomorrow, YouTube can disappear.
Right.
Instagram can disappear. And then that K next to your name, or that 00 next to your name, or whatever it is, it can go away, bro. So, like, what are you going to be left with when that's done? You know what I mean? And so one of the biggest things for me is just like that's no small feat, man. I give you a round of applause, bro. Like 37 weeks, like that's insane, bro, because it's impressive, man. So I admire you for that, because it's hard.
Appreciate that.
It is hard, bro.
I've been able to, once we got this going, and it's like, all right, man, because I would have been frustrated if I haven't found the podcast and the way, like, the inconsistency of my YouTube channel was going. I would have been frustrated, because it's like I need to figure this out. But then again, I got to find something where I can be more consistent. And then right here is where I've been consistent and just inviting different guests and learning from them and just providing value to the listener. Like I said, it could be 100.
We structured it like we basically looked at everything. We're like, well, shit, let's just. I know a bunch of people. You know a bunch of people. My dad knows how to make fucking cabinets, so he made us a desk.
Yeah. I mean, we need the cabinet. Everybody know we need the cabinet.
Yeah, this shit ain't. And my homie helped me with the wall. You know, it looks nice and lavish, but it's
Hey,
like
man,
it's all fucking.
Hey man, este sí tiene buen finish.
Yeah,
man, it
yeah.
look good, bro. It look good.
Yeah.
But it's so true, man, because like you were saying, man, it's just like whatever it is that you decide to do, you know, this goes for anybody listening, man, who whatever you decide to do, man, just love it, because at the end of the day, I think it's crazy because people are going to say, people are going to say, I want to make it to 1 million subscribers. I want to make it to this many thousand subscribers or whatever. And then what I have come to terms with is just like, hey, bro, that moment that you reach it, I'm sure it's going to feel juicy and it's going to feel great. But I'm going to tell you, bro, once you hit 1 million, you're going to sit there and say, I want 2 million. And then after you hit 2, I want 3 million. And it will never stop. The human being is never satisfied, bro. Right. And you know this. Like, I can give you a nice Lamborghini, bro, and then the next day you'll be
I want a Bugatti.
I want a Bugatti. And it's so true.
After the Bugatti, man, I want a private jet.
Exactly.
That's why I like that minimalism mindset.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and that's how it should be, like, even with like videos and stuff, man, and that's why I've come to the point where I really want to just enjoy the process, because I can only imagine once I hit 1 million, let's just say I hit 1 million, I'm going to look back and be like, hey, man, you remember whenever you did like a podcast, Dara, and like maybe you're at this many subscribers and you were like mad because you couldn't be consistent because of this, da-da-da. Yeah, those were the days. Because the journey is a lot more important than when you arrive.
Once you get up there, yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of times we don't take the time to just enjoy it. We're trying to get that next fucking high that we're just like, we don't enjoy what we're doing.
If you go in this thing with the mindset of like money, you're going to lose, period. I always say it. Like, I have a group on Facebook that I join, and it's all about podcasts and helping each other. But you have those people that are like, they have 100 subscribers on their YouTube, and they're like, how can I monetize my podcast and this and that? Like, why are you worried about that? Worried about building your audience, worry about building the influence, and then the rest can come. You can find so many ways to monetize, but think about that later.
Yeah,
Provide
absolutely.
the value first.
You took, I couldn't say it better myself, man. The truth is, like, I have friends of mine, that they have gotten collaborations with people like, I'm looking straight ahead. For those of you who don't know what I'm looking at, it's a Weeble S over there. That's from Zune, if I'm not mistaken.
I just got it.
Yeah, that thing's dope. Okay, that very same company reached out to a friend of mine who at the time had 1,500 subscribers, bro. And they reached out to him to fly him out to do CES, to get him free stuff, reviews. Wow. Because you forget who's watching, bro. Like, you forget. You just see a number, bro. You forget who's watching, bro.
Yes.
Oh, no, it's out there, bro.
That's exactly what I was saying with that. With like, it might be 100 people, but it's people that... It's people, shit. Imagine if you're in a room and it's 100 people in there. That's a lot of people.
Bro.
That's the way you got to see it.
Bro, I couldn't give away free drugs to over 100 people, man. I don't even think I know 100 people. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like, I mean, I try and look at every single video. Like, sometimes, like, if I'm being honest with you, I'll look at some of my views comparative to how I did like before. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, dang, man, I'm only getting 2,000, 3,000 views on a video right now. Dang, this is ridiculous. And then I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, wait, do you know 2,000 people, Joseph?
Yeah.
Hell no. I don't know 2,000 people, man.
And it's all like, it goes back to like enjoying the process and learning. Because look, it's a perfect time for creators to be alive, and also for brands. Because brands back in the day used to have to pay these big production people thousands and hundred thousands of money. Now they go to a creator that has talent and they say, hey, you know what? I got this Nike shoe that I want you to do a commercial. So I feel like somebody can reach out to you right now. Hey, I got this brand, or I got this gimbal, whatever.
Hey, bro, we have a podcast.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I mean, we trying to do something. We can talk about it.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like
I'm all with it, man. Shit.
a lot of creators
stop talking about it and get to it, man.
Yeah,
That's
like a lot of creators have that, like, like they both can work together. Big brands and creators, whether it's a small, medium, or big scale, like it's there. You got the opportunity.
Absolutely, bro. And I think it goes beyond that, man. Like, one of the biggest things, people say, like, how did you do that with, how did you become friends with Hayden? How did you become friends with these guys and all this stuff? And they've like asked me, and I tell them straight up, I'm just like, hey, bro. And they ask, like, how do I work with people like this? How do I collaborate? I'm just like, bro, people are more likely to work with you regardless of your skill set, man. Like, they want to be able to they want to be able to have fun with you. So like, for example, right now, man, I was like, you know, the moment that I walked in, I was just like, oh man, I'm enjoying the conversation, man. We got smiling faces here. Everybody, you know, talking to me. I mean, I'm cool. Like, you know, I'll be more than happy to come back again and we need to shoot a video. I'll invite you guys. Hey man, come shoot or whatever. Because it's all about more working with people that you just enjoy working with, man.
Like
I don't
good
want
vibes, man. Because when I went to film school at OCCC, that's what the professor would always tell us. Like, you can see the vibe of the video, even if it's shitty quality. So he would care about the emotion the actors were putting across and all that, instead of the actual like cinematography, you know. So that's huge, man.
Facts.
That's crazy. Like,
facts, man. Y'all good people, man. I mean, I'm enjoying myself, man. So you want to get nerdy? You tell me, man. Let's get nerdy. I'm ready when you are, bro.
So before we jump into like the stuff I want to jump into as well, so right now, because I saw a video and you have a lot of like gear.
Yeah.
You have a shit ton. Do you have a team? So how does all this work? How does the video?
How do you afford this shit?
Like how do you do this?
Drugs.
How do you put the videos together?
No, hey, it's a joke, Mom. It's a joke. But honestly, man. So as far as a lot of the gear is concerned, so all right, quick story. So a buddy of mine, his name is Tyler. He runs a production company called Hype Visuals. Okay, we had followed each other on Instagram. You know, maybe about coming up now. It's been for like about a year and a half, 2 years, right? And then we message each other back and forth. He would say like, "Hey man, I have this thing that needs to be done. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Can you shoot this video?" You know, and we kind of went back and forth, but we never met each other. All right, but he would kind of toss work my way, or we'd like have conversations about gear, whatever, and that's it, right? So fast forward about a year later, bro. I am coming back from Baltimore. And by the way, the same guy who got sponsored by Ziyun, that I actually ate lunch with him whenever I was coming back from Baltimore. But anyway, that's side story. But anyway, as I was coming back from Baltimore, I was in the airport and I get a DM that says, I was on the phone, and then I get a DM that says, "Man, you are really loud." And it was Tyler. He messaged me, and we were in Baltimore, bro. And he was literally sitting over there, and he was coming back from Africa for a shoot. And then I met him, and I was just like, "Oh snap, bro!" I was like, "What the heck are you doing here?" So we met, even though we're both local. We met outside of the state, and then from then on, man, we just started like working together. And so he is the one with all the gear, like his production company. So like I work for him. You know, we all work together. He's the big boss, and so he's the one that has like all this equipment. As far as I'm concerned, bro, and the majority of the stuff that you see on my YouTube video, man, it's my YouTube videos. It is literally a Sony A7 III and a Tamron 28 to 75 millimeter lens, 2.8.
And that's at your house, your little like setup and stuff?
No, man, that's on my office.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my office at an undisclosed location.
Okay.
But yeah, man, so that's my office.
You go there and like that's when you like, all right, I got to shoot a video for a tutorial, whatever. Let's go over there. Boom.
Yeah, man.
And then that's where you do all your edits and stuff?
Yeah, man, that's where I do everything. So that's
like your personal space, like, all right.
And it's so nice, man. You can't typically see it in videos, man, but there's a little couch on the side. So if we got to take a little siesta, you know, we take a little nappy nap right in the corner, then we get back into it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, so I don't have that much gear. All that is my friend's gear, the majority of it, man.
That's what's up, though. You're a real motherfucker.
Yeah, I am, man. I ain't got the money.
That's all my shit.
Yeah, you're not bullshitting.
No.
That's some slight.
Yeah, I got about 50K in my closet. What's up? You know?
Yeah, man. It's no big deal.
Yeah. So when you do the editing, what you are, Team Premiere, Team Final Cut? What were we talking about here?
Oh, man. Premiere, bro.
Yeah.
Final Cut people, y'all can... Hey, man, there's the door, fam.
No, Premiere.
Wait, are you Final Cut, bro?
No, Premiere.
Premiere.
We're
okay.
both
Man, I used Final Cut when I was Final Cut 7, bro.
Oh, bro. Look, man, I got nothing against Final Cut, bro. Like, I literally have nothing against Final Cut, and by the way, Final Cut actually, if you have a Mac, Final Cut will perform better.
Right, because it's optimized for it.
Yeah, it's native, exactly. Yeah. Well, hey, man, you know, a little something.
I do. I mean, I try,
like that.
you know, it's because Premiere keeps getting bashed for like the crashing and little bugs here
every
and
time
there.
that shit crashes for me, it opens right back up in the.
That's the cool part. That's the cool part, but sometimes it doesn't go that way.
That's
it's like,
true.
You gotta make me do this shit again.
No, facts,
so,
man.
When it comes to are you familiar with After Effects?
Yes.
How advanced would you say? Like, where are you at right now?
Okay, as far as advanced, I'm as advanced as a freaking potato, bro. As much I stay away from After Effects.
Yeah.
Is it intimidating?
Man, you know,
time consuming than a bitch, I think.
Okay, my man got on to something, man, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want to get into it. Like, dude, man, you can take your videos to the next level.
You really can.
God.
And like, so
it's intimidating, but I'm like, where do I start? where do I start?
Bro, so this dude, his name is Josh Olufemi. He does like tutorials and stuff on YouTube, and he did like an After Effects in like 30 minutes or Premiere or something like that. And so I watched this stuff, and at first it was intimidating, and then he broke it down and he showed me kind of. I was like, okay, this isn't too hard. It's not too different from Premiere in terms of the interface. But then after that, man, once I started getting into it, this is whenever I was just like, I want to get more involved in it. But this is where I realized, man, is that in the same way that there are people that color movies, and there are people that the DPs, and there's the directors, and there's the actors. There are VFX artists. There are After Effects artists, and so that's where like it may be an excuse because I don't want to learn it.
It could be that, man. It's like
but the thing
because
is, bro,
even in Premiere, there's a lot of shit I might not know and I need to get better at, but it's like
I think it's good to learn the basics, but to really try to get in there,
like that thing you were saying.
And I heard fucking VFX people get paid shit in Hollywood anyway. Like,
I mean,
so I don't even want to fuck with that.
I mean, and
I do because of certain things, like you were mentioning the little glow,
or just little little razzle dazzles for the
3D
videos,
text animation, like maybe you can put a little text animation in the wall as you're walking, shit like that. Not the crazy stuff that like Zach King does and all these people with their magic tricks and shit and like, whoa. Okay,
I would say I have the same excuse as you. I'm like, if somebody wants VFX, they can just fucking...
Eventually we can hire somebody that can, put some visual effects on this.
Yes, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll be straight up with you, man. Like for me, I just really can't. Like, I mean, okay, I know how to do it, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm really good with templates. Let's just say that, man. I've done
it makes it easier on us because editing is so time consuming, man.
Bro, it's already time consuming as it is, and they're gonna tell me like a music video guy who's like, hey man, bro, we want to get your visuals, bro, $500, and we want to do like the glow dancing stuff. You down? And I'm just like, what?
Bro, you tripping?
You're tripping, bro.
Can you make my head big?
I'm gonna go buy a transition pack.
Like Lil Yachty. I was like, hey, bro, go buy my transition pack, man.
You know what? It's gonna be an extra $20. It's gonna be with that transition pack, and don't expect it to be perfect. But now, as far as the color grading, how advanced are you?
Oh, dude,
I gotta get better at that.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I don't consider myself like really good with colors, man. I feel like I'm still learning. I still have a lot to learn, but I am worlds better than where I was. I look back at it, and they're actually still on my channel, which I kind of like to leave like stuff that looks bad on my channel because I want you to go back and use like I don't know. Have you ever gone to somebody's YouTube channel? Then you go like to their oldest.
I mean, yeah, I think
with
that's the beauty of it.
That's how you see it.
Yeah, you go to the first episodes. We're in like in my I was saying like we're at my apartment in the living room, right by a window at fucking like 12. So the sun is right in my face.
Hey man, we need that light, baby. We can't afford lights.
I didn't know. I wasn't too familiar about lighting and stuff, and I didn't really care. I was like, I'm just gonna bring the content out.
No, when I came in, I was like the mics and everything. I was like, this dude got something going on. It just needs to be like. We can get a nice little
tweak
set.
It up, yeah.
We can, you know what I'm saying? But he basically already had the whole thing.
The whole setup.
Yeah, no, it started. It's crazy, man. That's why I leave it there because it's like you want to go back, see the progress, see how we started.
Absolutely, man. Because like that's one of the biggest things, man. I've seen a lot of cats that are just like, I want to do what you do. I want to do this, and that goes across the board, man. A lot of people think that it's just about the visuals. I tell them like, no, bro. Look at my storytelling. You couldn't even understand what sound design. You don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. But now you can see the progress. So, but as far as colors, man, I'm really not. I wish that I was better.
Man, it's another.
Do you use just Adobe or do you do like the whole DaVinci and all the?
Oh, DaVinci Resolve. I heard it has like next level color grading.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
So
it is free.
Yes,
that's the crazy part.
It is.
They have a paid version and a free, but I think with the free one you can do, and they have visuals effect too with the paid one. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, to me, I don't charge enough to fucking charge for do DaVinci.
Yeah. Me neither. It's like
unless it's a project
we do charge, but they don't pay it, so we just kind of like, all right,
no, it's totally true, bro. Because like as far as DaVinci's concerned, like I've messed with it a little bit, and actually, my boy Tyler, he's like, hey man, you need to jump into DaVinci. He was like, it's not that hard, but he was like, you need to be able to color in DaVinci. Like he just told me straight up. I think that's and because the truth is, man, like you just have a lot more flexibility in what you can do. But as of right now, bro, I just use Adobe Lumetri Color. I have some LUTs that I've created and also some stuff that I purchased as well. But I've come to the point, man, where like I used to be real like teal and orange and this and that, but the thing that helped me the most was like actually taking pictures, bro. Yeah. Like editing pictures.
Man, on me, bro. I need to get. That's another thing, bro. I need to get on your Instagram level because I already watched your video about talking about the consistency of the color and the style. So I need to develop that style in Lightroom and then go with it because I need to be able to have the eye to just not take pictures of myself, but if I'm in a moment, like I have some dope shoes and I'm right, like the city's behind me,
Yeah.
there's dope lights, like let me take a shot of my picture of my shoes and make that pop.
Yeah.
You know, or like a skateboard or whatever the hell I'm doing, and just make that Instagram pop where it's like effortlessly, you know,
Yes.
not to think about it too much. Like,
No.
I remember I went to Turner Falls. I went to Turner Falls and I had just got the GoPro Hero 8 and I'm excited. I'm like, I want to just shoot video and just put something together, nothing too crazy, just to mess around with the camera. But I'm thinking like, Turner Falls is such a beautiful place, and I have so many places I could have taken a quick picture about. I don't know if it was a me in it or, you know, the sunset or whatever, but I could have just taken that picture real quick and then have it. Boom,
I feel like with photography, a lot of times it's like you said, when you're watching a movie and you're dissecting it like that. When I take pictures, I try to look at it that way. Like I'm dissecting every little move. That way I'm like something that you probably wouldn't think is worth capturing.
Right.
Fuck it, do it. And then that's the one that
Exactly.
looks good. That's the one that's like, damn, that's like.
Yeah, and that was like one of the biggest things, man. Like when it comes to colors and like photography, like I was the guy that would always move the camera as much as I could, right? So like gimbals, bro, the first thing that I bought whenever I was like, I'm gonna get into videography, like I'm gonna go at it, I bought my camera, a lens, and then a gimbal, like immediately. And the reason why is I want to move the frame around. I love the shots and this, and which, don't get me wrong, they're dope. But the thing that photography has taught me, not only is it colors, but it's also composition, man. Like there's something so beautiful about you. If you get a sick tripod shot, like make every single frame a
Yes.
painting. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like make it a Mona Lisa, so that
Yeah.
you know, a Mona Lisa is just a photo, man. You know,
But every little fucking.
but every little thing,
yeah.
like it makes a difference. So that's why I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I want to start. So there's like a short film that I'm working on that we shot at a Flashback retro club, retro pub. So it's like a old school retro arcade bar kind of place.
Yeah.
And so we shot in there, and then that's a short film that I'm working on. And the majority of those shots are all purposefully done on tripod shots because I wanted them to be like painted, like, you know, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, pretty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, appreciate the simplicity of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah, with that is like photography. I like photography, but not to the point where it's like I want to do it for like seniors and this and like I like photography for myself and on some creative stuff, you know. So I want to take that to the next level. I think that's my next mission, is to turn my Instagram into like some like Peter McKinnon's timeline. It's
Bro,
beautiful,
yeah,
man. Like
no,
I
man.
go in there and it's like joy, like.
Bro, Peter's stuff,
Oh my God,
Peter's
he's
stuff
so
is
crazy.
great,
Yeah,
number one.
he's-
Peter's stuff is great. But I will say, man, that's a really good thing about what you were saying in terms of like being able to identify your niche and what you want to do, man. Because I'll be honest, like, I mean, do I do portraits? Do I do weddings? Do I do that stuff? Yeah, I do. But like, it's just interesting because people are like, oh my gosh, we love your photos. Can you take my wedding photos? And I'm just like, I mean, I can, bro, but like, you're not going to get like my style in a wedding. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to get to that mode, I'm pretty sure you could. Like,
No,
just switch and be
It's
like,
just different.
I gotta shoot
like,
a wedding. I'm not.
That style is Joseph.
Exactly.
Like why? Like, you know, like I don't want to put that in a
unless
wedding
he
because
has-
that's me. That's my signature.
Let's say his sister wanted him to shoot her
So,
wedding.
and so here's the thing, bro. This is like a really good topic, and I like this because what happens is we have this idea of like, okay, man, Darwin, I like your style, bro. I love your grid. Come and take photos for me, and I want to do this. I want to do like a wedding. Let's just say that, right? What happens is not only is it my style, or no, I'm sorry, not only is it Darwin's style, but the thing that happens here is that this wedding thing, man, you're still using it as a wedding. You still need the photos of you together. You still need the basic kissing photo. You still need the basic dipping of the girl or whatever. So what ends up happening is that we still there's this balance that we have to keep, is the creativity that Darwin has that
And the
he can
shit
do.
you gotta capture.
And then the stuff that we gotta do, the corporate or the societal norm. You know,
Right,
what
the
people need.
necessary for.
That's difficult, but which by the way, that's one of the reasons why I like YouTube and people reaching out to me, because I get to capture your thing, your
your
gimbal,
style.
however I want to. I don't have a client telling me, oh well, this is what I want, and I'm just like, well, that's not my style, but you know, you
You're
pay the
paying
bills.
me
so.
the doty.
You give me the money, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, there's a balance there.
Yeah, I think. Then like I said, I want to implement that to get to the point where it's like I have the eye no matter where I'm at. I know what I can put in frame that can be like
Hey, maybe that'd be a cool challenge. Like, let's, you know.
Wait, we can create one.
Oh, no,
Why
man.
not,
Well, I'm
you know?
going to tell you this, man. And we're on the podcast, so now everybody knows about it, man. I was like, how about you just come shoot me one of these days? We'll go downtown. We'll make a vlog about it. We'll shout you out on the channel. We'll shout out the Halfcore podcast, all that good stuff.
Bah.
And you guys come through, man. And then, like, you can actually, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that my style is the best, but if you learn something
Let's
from
do
me,
it.
yeah,
Like,
man,
I'm
let's do
always
it.
up for a challenge,
Let's
man.
go,
Like,
man.
That's my thing. One thing I want to do, and we're getting nerdy as far as the content creation goes, right? We haven't dive into cameras and shit. We're gonna get there in a minute, but Sam Colder. I know he inspires all of us here, except AV, because AV doesn't know about him that much. But
What?
No.
Bro,
I showed
you
him, I
get your
showed him.
butt off of that stool, you go to YouTube, and you watch Sam Colder
But
My Year
this is the thing.
2017.
No, I think this is why me and AV are so well balanced, because it's a different style.
Yeah.
Like AV is like more into like he'll shoot music videos, but he'll shoot
Like-
the hood shit.
Like, I know the Chicago directors that are like editing in their fucking mom's basement.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
I like that
go.
too. I
The
like
underground.
that. And I like it because it kind of balanced me. Because when we go and shoot the hood shit, I'm like, damn, this is fun. The adrenaline is there. Like we're in there. Like we just shot one at a shout out to Danny's supermarket, little store. You
That's
know,
what's
and
up.
it couldn't get any hooder than that because everybody walking and would look at
authentic.
us.
It's
Yeah, and we're over here all thugged out, like. But it was fun, man, and I think that's the balance I like. But I also like the other stuff, which goes back to the Sam Colder, right? Wow, how does he do it? That's what I've asked myself. Have you asked yourself that question?
Man, okay, I'm gonna be
I want
honest.
to go to Puerto Rico because, look, I'm from Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
I want to go to Puerto Rico, and I have not visited a lot of stuff. Look, I lived there because I've been back and forth. So I've lived there for the longest. I'm 27. And
So you taking me with you or what? Like I'm hearing an invitation right now.
man,
That's all I'm hearing.
Look, I want to go because living in Puerto Rico, I took for granted a lot of places, a lot of beautiful places. So the story I want to tell is, if you live in a beautiful place like Puerto Rico, and take advantage.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of beautiful places.
Bro.
So that's the story I want to tell. Like, hey, you know, sometimes when we live in beautiful places like this, we take it for granted. So let's go back and let's, you know, visit these beautiful places. And hey, don't take that shit for granted because it's gone. Like for me, it's like, damn. So I want to put something together, and I'm over here analyzing because it's like Sam Colder's masterpiece, man.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Absolutely.
I can't stop talking about him
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's like, bro, how do you do it?
No,
How do you do it?
Big
You know?
facts, bro. So I'll tell you this. So like number one's for sure. I couldn't agree more with what you were saying in terms of like, you know, there's beauty and you missed out on it, man. I had a guy, I remember, I think he DM'd me or he commented on one of my photos, and I guess he's a local cat. And then he sent me a message and he said, hey man, was this in New York? Was this in Chicago? Was this where? And I was like, oh no, man, this is OKC. He goes, and he responded, he said, how do you make OKC look so cool? And then that really shouted out to me because I'm just like, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about the artist, man. You know, and if you really want to capture something, I think that you can do it. And Sam Colder is one of those cats, man, that he has. First of all, he popularized, and he was basically the pioneer in terms of like the transitions, the zoom transitions.
Right, yeah,
he was the pioneer of it, you
yeah.
know. But I'm gonna be honest, man. When I first saw him, that he's actually the inspiration that made me go into like, okay, I want to get into deep cinematography. Like I want to be able. I literally said this, and people might get mad and crucify me for saying this, but I saw Sam Colder's video and I was like, I think I can do that. You know, and so I decided going into it, and I am nowhere near Sam Colder's level, but I'll tell you this, man, I was very blown away and impressed by what he did at first, but after getting a little bit deeper into it, I'm watching and I'm just like, it's not about how do you do it. Now I'm at the moment where I'm just like, dang it, why didn't I think about that first? Like that's
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But it's like, do you plan it? Do you just film all your stuff and then come up? Like, because most of his stuff, especially the latest stuff, has a story behind it. And that's what makes Sam, because it's not your typical travel, like, India vlog, and then next thing you know, when you click on it, it's just a bunch of music and transitions. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah.
His have a story. His is like, it's a movie.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you this, bro. So like, he has gone through a transition because before he was all about these transitions and
Right.
it was fire and the music and he popularized the whole future house, the with the big beat drop, you know, no
Right.
nothing, right? And then he transitioned into this whole thing where he was now doing the getting sponsored by people and like, hey man, you actually need to say what it is that you got to say. You got to sell something, man. We need to make our money. Our investors need to make our money. We need our return on investment, right? And so whenever he got into that story, have you noticed, man, that his stuff isn't as flashy anymore? I don't know if you noticed that.
I don't know.
That's
like,
what happens though when you have to do a
But-
job. You're a little bit more.
His last video was amazing though.
Which one was it, bro?
The when he went to Guam.
Are you talking about the drone shots?
Well, he's
No,
not
no.
saying that it's not amazing, but it's
or-
different.
No,
let
no,
me-
when
let
he
me
went
say
to
this.
Guam, where he's talking with his buddy via
Yes,
FaceTime,
okay.
and as he's talking, he's narrating the trip.
That's right. Okay.
That's masterpiece.
Yes, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna be honest. I love you, Sam Kohler. Like, this is my boy. But I will say this, man. I said this to a buddy of mine. I was just like, hey, man, is it just me or like Sam Kohler ain't an actor, bro? Like, he should,
Well,
he should stay behind the camera.
This shit getting kind of corny.
You,
B.
no. That is
That's
the
what I was
only.
telling him.
I'm talking about,
earlier.
Doran, is it just me or not?
No,
like,
it's funny because as we're making, I think we're making the Vivid Dreams, which is our wedding stuff. We were making the logo. We shout out to Jay Paulo, crazy ass, and he was like, I was showing him the video. I was being a fanboy. I'm like, man, look at this shit. This shit is beautiful. And as he's hearing the narration and seeing him, he's like, man, this guy doesn't have personality.
There-
Like, I don't like
thank
it.
you. Thank
he was like,
you.
I don't like it. I'm like, but bro, look at the beautiful.
You're like, but y'all can do better. But y'all.
he was like, but he can do better. He can do better.
bro, you taking
man,
out the
shit.
you taking out the essence, bro. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, we can make that trash can. We can use zoom transitions on the trash can. We
Hell
can do
yeah.
the
Right.
gimbal. We can do it all. But at the end of the day,
You're not
It's a
him.
piece of garbage, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and like, I'm not saying that he's garbage because Sam Kohler's incredible, bro.
Right.
He's a masterful storyteller.
That's the
and what
only
he does.
negative thing I would say is like the personality, because right after when you walked in that door, it's like, damn, the energy's there. Boom, hey, what's up, bro? Boom, boom. Damn, this is nice. Like the energy's there on all your videos. The energy's there, so it's the same. It's not like a camera. Like, oh, when I turn on the camera, that's when like you see.
But that's
the
crazy
energy.
though. So what you're saying is that maybe people were gravitating toward his editing at first, and then it started
Oh.
getting like
No,
he
he's-
started being an actor more, or what?
No, no,
'Cause
no, he
obviously,
needs a
I mean,
personality.
if he's fucking
Yeah,
that famous, people fuck with him.
He needs a like. He's just like he sounds boring.
Yeah,
the vision as a cinematographer, videographer, a fucking filmmaker. He's a beast.
So what y'all
But when
saying
it
is
comes
maybe
to-
he should get some different people talking and.
So this is the issue, bro. This is what I'm saying. The issue here with him in terms of his storytelling, as far as that's concerned, as he grew bigger and he started doing more of a storytelling kind of stuff. If you notice, man, like it's the reason why people maybe noticed it is because you look at his other stuff and old dude never talked. Old dude, you're
But maybe it wasn't his thing. Maybe he
Yeah,
was shy and he had to step out of his comfort zone.
maybe
He's
so.
not a guy that's like.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And so that was what I was thinking. I was like, it's like they said, like, you're the wisest dude in the room until you open your mouth, right? And so not that he's not wise, but I think that what happened is that he was trying to dip into that and become the actor and then do the whole voiceover thing and this and that. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, dang, bro, we're
I used to like your old
lacking.
shit.
Yeah, I'm like, we're lacking the spark, bro. Like, we're lacking a little bit. But in terms of story, this is my thing. He has great vision. He can execute the video. He can color it to perfection. He can do all these things. But whenever it comes down to the actual talent of it, in terms of like him being the talent, the actor being that thing, it was just, I don't know. It's like I like how they say it in Spanish, la chispa, the spark. It's not there. You know what I mean?
That's splat.
Yeah.
He's. I think that's the only thing because I haven't seen anybody yet. The closest thing I can see is Ben TK.
Bro,
He's a beast.
That's what I was gonna bring up. Ben TK has great storytelling. Like,
Yeah,
I'll put Ben TK above Sam Kohler, man.
They're right there, man.
yeah,
They're right there.
for sure.
I'm just a hardcore.
Man, y'all
Sam
kind of
Kohler.
motivated me to come hop in and do this little storytelling,
Bro,
Bro.
absolutely, man.
So bottom line with that is like, those are the top two for me. But I want to do something for Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I want to do something where it's like that kind of level.
Yes,
I got to
bro.
challenge myself, and it's like, how do I do that shit?
Yeah.
You know?
Bro, it's interesting that you say that because I have been pushed to the point where I have been like, I want to do this. Like, I can imitate as much as I can. But there comes a moment, man, where I was just sitting there thinking, I'm just like, there's even moments to this day, bro, where I can see a beautiful shot. Like, I'm just driving, and I'm just like, that's beautiful. But how would I actually capture it to like, check this out. I was
using the right lens and shit. all that.
using that, and also, man, how are you going to do it? So I was driving past downtown, and then there was a bunch of trees, and then it opens up into a clearing, and you see OKC downtown, right? And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. How do I capture it? And then I kind of shake my head, and I take a step back. If I use a wide lens, you're not going to see the buildings.
Yeah.
If I shoot it from inside the car where I'm at, you're going to see more of the car than the building. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
the most frustrating fucking
Yeah,
thing,
man,
bro.
it's difficult,
When you
bro.
see it, but you can't like get it on the camera.
Right.
Yes, bro.
The one time I was in Dallas and I was doing a music video, it was like a run and gun, but it had to be right. And I'm like, okay, well, I call my sister. She lives there. And she's like, well, there's this really nice place here and there. So I'm like, she knows what the fuck she's talking about. I went over there. I get there and I'm like, it looks cool, but I take the camera out, try different lenses. I'm like, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh no, bro. That's
So
I
I was mad,
still
bro.
struggle. I still struggle. And I bet you $50, man, that Sam Colder and those cats, I bet you that they probably struggle with that too at times, man. But
I think it's being in the moment, because literally what I did there, I said, fuck it. I don't like it. I got in the car, got on the highway in Dallas, just found a fucking place. And I was like, that's where I want to shoot. Went up there and it worked.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
It's crazy.
No, man, but even though it's not like I'm trying to bash on any of these cats, man. These guys are incredible filmmakers,
Yeah.
man. They're insane, and my tip my hats off.
Like you said,
like
like the tire popped, and that's the shit that people don't see.
Right.
Hey, man, it's
Yeah,
the stuff they don't see.
I think I just appreciate it because at the end of the day, we used to 10 years, 15 years ago, we couldn't see that on YouTube. It was all movies.
Yeah.
So now we get to see these creators creating these movies
Yes.
in their own way, in their creative way. That's why, like, I would like to be in a movie, like, be behind it to see what goes down, because there's a lot that goes down, but I would never, like, I would not want to do a movie. I want to be behind it so I can take notes and see how they do this and do that and implement it into my creative style. But as far as the movies and
Like
shit,
you would
that's
never
want
to shoot a feature film.
Yeah.
once, and then don't give me all the damn work, because it's a lot, bro.
No, it's impossible to
It's a
do.
lot.
that.
Oh no, bro. I don't think I've had some like uncles and like family members be like, "Hey Joseph, you gonna make a movie?" I'm like a short film. I was like, "No, like a feature length film." And I'm just like, "Bro, you don't understand
The amount of money.
the
and
amount
work.
of money and work and planning." Like I'll be honest, man. Like I love movies and I'm critical on movies because I know how many people are working on stuff. But bro, I'm gonna tell you this. This is something that people don't talk about. All right. The next time you watch a movie, all right, a decent movie, look at the opening credits and the ending credits. There is somebody specifically chosen to do those things. So, for example, this is one of the best examples. The Bourne Identity. You guys ever seen that movie with Matt Damon? What, bro?
No, not.
Bro,
that
I'm
much.
gonna text you. I'm gonna send you a link, and you gotta watch it. All right. So like when it comes to it, bro, basically that movie, it's basically about this guy who doesn't know who he is. He's an ex agent or whatever, and he's trying to find out. And so basically, he's literally just going from one place to another, trying to find out where he's going, and he's just following the breadcrumbs. The credits, the cast, or I'm sorry, the credit, the opening text of it, it literally it comes up like a random line from the bottom, and then it like spells out the name. And then the line goes down and it goes this way and it goes up and then it goes to something and it types the next name. Then it goes down in this way. Even the credits are telling the same story of the actual movie. And so it's one of those things where I'm just like, bro, there are so many people that are just chosen to do one thing. There's a person who chooses everything that goes in the background.
Yeah, bro,
of
it's
a, yeah, I mean, it's
It's crazy.
No,
it's
it's-
crazy.
I went to
ridiculous.
film school for 2 years at OCCC, and I got brain fucked, bro. I thought I knew film and shit, and you go in there and you feel like a little.
Little dumb.
oh yeah, bro. It's like they say, man. The more you know, you realize, the
And
less
those,
I know.
And those directors are fucking aggressive, bro. Like they're like intimidating because it's like time is money in there, so they're just very thorough, very like it's intense.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, like 1 hour, you're throwing away $3,000, $4,000. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy. The whole scene, I'll be featured in one, but ooh, that's it. I like to stay on my creative side, you know.
that's what's up.
Yeah. So now we can actually get nerdy.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready to get into it.
So
What you packing, bruh?
man, crazy, because he made a video saying that R5, it ain't worth it. The Canon R5, that Beast camera I was talking to you
Yeah.
about, not worth it.
You got it?
No, he
you
made a
fucking with it?
video.
Oh, no, I made a video.
Bashing on it like, hey, y'all gonna hate me for this, but it's and you're right, it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
8K, bro. This like my phone doesn't have fucking 8K. Like my TV barely got 4K. You get what I'm saying? So like Canon, I don't know why, because they used to be on top, but it's like, who's behind all this stuff? Like,
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest. So like, as far as whenever like I made that video, I made it with like such a sarcastic perspective, and some people didn't pick up on it. But like I made it with such a sarcastic perspective, like even to the point like nobody picked up on it. But at the very beginning, I'm just like I'm excited because I get to ride this one wheel, and it's clearly a skateboard, and I keep up with it, and I say things like I just nailed that trick. I didn't. I fell. And like I have all these elements that are just pointing to the fact that I'm being sarcastic in terms of it. But at the same time, now that it came out, man, there's a lot of stuff on it in terms of the R5. I think it's a great camera. Canon makes great stuff. But at the end of the day, man, like it's there's some stuff. It's a gimmick. Like the 8K is just like it's a
They're
gimmick.
just trying to cash out.
They're
right
trying
quick.
to cash out, bro.
Exactly. Like not only that,
Sons
they're
of
like,
bitches.
I feel like you can't have, you could, but like they were like, it has 8K, it can shoot raw, and on top of that, if you want to be a photographer too, 45 megapixels. How are you gonna put all that? I feel like you have to have separate. Like if you want to shoot photography stuff, like the A7S3, the A7 III. The A7 III is an all-around camera, but I think its strength is in the video. You still could use it for photography.
And that was
but
the thing,
its strength
man.
is the video.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
You want photography? Get the A7R.
Yeah, and that's what happened, man. Because like I was one of the guys that whenever Sony came out with the A7R4, when they came out with that, they were just like, we have a new camera coming. I was like, oh, dude, it's gonna be A7S III. It's gonna be fire. I'm so excited. And then they came out with this R4, and I'm just like, this is literally the A7 III just with a better photography stuff. And then I didn't know this until obviously later, is that what they were trying to do is that they started off with the mirrorless game, right? And then they started off with just like one thing, right? And as it comes up, they can do photography, can do video, and it keeps going. Then they realized, hey man, we can't do this all in one camera. So then they came out with the R5 and split it off. Hey, we're gonna make you the photo beast.
Well, never
then
mind.
They split off to the A7 III. We're gonna do video, and so now they're realizing that, man, because hybrid shooters can't ask for that much, bro. Like you gonna make the thing catch on fire. It's gonna overheat. That's the whole R5 thing, man.
So Sony is smart as hell because they had scheduled the event when the R5 was announced. Everybody was high pre-ordering and this and that, and I'm over here thinking like it's a beast of a camera in sheet. Like when you see it in paper, beast. But I'm like, bro, my computer, I have a 2012 iMac.
Oh, snap.
That I bought used. I took the biggest risk, but I was like, I need it.
Yeah.
And it's been, man, I've got my money's worth. So if right now it crashes, knock on wood, it doesn't, because it's been my driver right now.
Yeah.
I got my money's worth.
Yes.
So I've been having it for like 2 years now. But anyways, I'm like, my 2018 MacBook Pro can't handle the damn 8K, and barely the 4K raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want that.
No, bro.
Because then I got to upgrade my computer. And then like, oh God.
And
that's the memory cards are expensive. The CF Express.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God. Just like what, 500 gigs is like 300, 400 bucks?
Yeah, bro. No, and like
ridiculous.
So here's the thing, man, is that like we started getting deeper into it, talking about with my boy Tyler and like his company and everything that we work on, man. Like 2 terabytes of footage, that's nothing. That's like a single shoot, because we're shooting some of the stuff we shot 6K, 4K, raw, ProRes, like we're shooting like a long form content. So this is like heavy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then what people don't realize, man, like this is the thing that bugs me about the trolls on YouTube and like the people who comment that they swear that they know about cameras and specs and all this stuff. And I sit there and I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, all those people that have the time to go on YouTube and be arguing with you and talking smack about it, trust me, dude, they probably have zero idea. Because I'll tell you right now,
They just want an argument.
Exactly. The people that know about it, the people that actually know about specs,
shut the fuck up. They're shooting.
Dude, they're shooting, bro. You think that they got time to be in the comment section of YouTube, bro? Like, I'll be honest, I need to be more involved in my comment section on my YouTube videos. But that's the thing, man, is that like if you're working,
just address the positive shit. The trolls, negative, if you get those.
And that's my thing, bro, is that the people that are talking about like, I can't believe that it's not 8K and it's 6K and this and that. And I'm just like, bro, I want to be straight up with you, man. You have no idea what you're asking for. Oh, I want 4K raw. I want 1080, 120. I'm like, bro, you have no idea. Your camera, your memory cards, man. Can your computer handle it?
You gotta...
It's crazy, no? And then
I'll roast those dudes.
That's why, like, I'm not saying like the Sony is the best, but that's why I'm glad I stick to Sony because they sit back and they were like, oh, let's let these people get hyped. Let's sit back, and that's what we were asking for is like perfect the 4K because the 4K on the Sony A7S II was already great. Yeah. And then on my fucking like my 6400, which is my main driver right now, it's great. But now you get it in 60. You get it on, you get the, does it go up
if
to
I'm not
120?
mistaken, it does 4K 120, I think. Yeah.
Ow!
That's ridiculous,
yes.
bro. Yeah.
And then, like, you get
because that's one thing about the 120 on the A7S II. It looked muddy. Like
Now it's you can do.
It was still dope though. I used the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah,
you can do 240 now. Motion.
Yeah, you can do 240 now.
1080p.
Yeah, and it's the reviews is like it's usable. Like it looks clean.
I mean, it's true, and like that's kind of one of those things, man. Where like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I love specs, bro, and I'm a fan of slow mo because like I used to shoot everything in slow motion all the time, even though I wouldn't use it all the time. But I've said this before, man. Like there comes a moment where you like mature as a filmmaker to where you don't need slow motion. Like, dude, there's something, I'm gonna tell you this right now. A very smooth, stable 24 frame shot where the actor actually just turns, not in slow motion, but actually just turns and they just feel it. That looks so much better than 120 frames, slow-mo. Like there's a very big difference, man. It's like the big boys shoot in 24 frames. That's why you can count on one hand when you watch a movie. That's why you can count on one hand how many times something in slow motion.
Let me ask you this before I forget.
For sure,
you maybe know this.
Talk to me.
You know how Danny Schiffer, he says he films all his stuff, handheld, the B-roll, 120. Does he use a 120 timeline? Because it looks cinematic.
Yeah, no. The sequence, like you mean in Premiere?
Yeah.
No, man, that's a 24. That's a 24 frames timeline. Yeah.
So he shoots in 120 and puts it in a 24.
Exactly. So like one of the things that I do all the time, man, is I actually in my workflow, in my folder where, so I have a hard drive that has all the stuff that I'm currently working on, and I have a video file. It's literally like a 5-second file, and it's just 10, and it's called 1080 24 frames, right? And so what I end up doing is I grab that video and I drop it into the timeline, so it just
Does it?
it jumps to 1080 24 frames. So then I do my slow motion different than everybody else, man. Like according to what everybody else does, I do it differently. So what I do is whenever I have like clips, I'll just drop them into the timeline and
slow
I don't
it down there.
Yeah, I don't
I do that too.
I don't do the interpret to 24 because what ends up happening
That's
is
what I do.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that.
which is fine. I mean, like either way it works, because I've done the research on it, and like it pretty much does the same thing. But what I do, man, is like I want to be able to see it in normal speed,
and then
because
pick what you want to slow down.
why do I want to grab a 30-second clip, interpret it to 24 frames? That thing becomes 150. That becomes 2 minutes. And I have to scrub through all that.
You can just press L and then it'll.
Oh no, the shutter for sure. But like I'm just saying, like
I like to do the timeline thing too.
I like to do
and
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Then that's when I use the speed ramps. This looks good in slow mo. This like,
Yeah.
But I was always curious because like he shoots all his stuff in like 120 frames, which looks amazing. But then, you know how they say like if put it in 60 frames to know what you're gonna slow down. But what if he shot the whole sequence?
Yeah,
like it still looks good if you put it like 120 frame in a 24 timeline.
Yeah,
it still
absolutely.
looks good, right?
Yeah, no, it's gonna look perfectly fine, man. Like as
Okay,
far
I
as
thought I was tripping.
Oh no, you ain't tripping, man. Like honestly, this is something that like I always tripped out. Like 'cause this is one thing that tripped me out because I sat there and I was like, okay, I don't understand. Like I thought that I knew about the 120 frames, 24 frames per second. Like I thought I knew it, and then I was watching and I was like, wait, how do people do slow motion? And then it goes into normal speed on the same clip. I was like,
right.
Do they film like 120 and then stopped it? And
Right.
go 24?
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Huh.
So like I finally, after time, I learned about it is that what ends up happening is, if you film 120 frames, as long as your sequence is in 24 frames and you export it, it's going to be in 24 frames, in terms of the timeline. So you can, 100%, 120 frames, clip at 100%, it's going to look like 24 frames because the Premiere is going to take out clips because there's too many frames in it. So it's going to take it out and just put it to 24. So what I thought was, I was beating my head. How do they do this? No, it's the way you export it. That's it. Yeah. Pretty quick.
Interesting. Yeah.
I mean, this shit is mind fucking, bro. That's why me sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I really gotta go watch tutorials right now.
I know, man. And
you guys give me an idea.
We gotta be thankful that we first of all got YouTube for that stuff. Time is it can be consuming just looking for videos and finding the right one, but we got YouTube, bro. Fuck all
and
that.
the good thing, technology's like advancing so fast that, like, for example, when I was using Final Cut 10, if you had a timeline, like, it was weird. You had to convert the footage to be able to even fuck with it on Final Cut. So it was just a stupid process that I'm like, I can't believe I used to do all this.
Oh yeah, man. No, dude, it's I'm so happy like with YouTube, bro. Like so from a musician standpoint, so I've been playing, music, and I've been a keyboard player for the past 13, 14 years, man. So I've been playing for a while. When I was first learning how to play the piano, the keys, I had no idea.
It was all
just me play and listen and try and figure it out, right? And then fast forward, then you got this YouTube stuff. I am so happy, bro, that when I got into video, I have YouTube to show me, like, yeah, I'm gonna jump into this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy about it because I'd be struggling. Fam.
Yeah,
I'd be struggling.
We just can't complain. We just gotta find time. It's like whenever I start getting more into the After Effects, I just gotta get into it a little bit more, So
Shout out to the people that make the fucking transitions and the
that make
LUTs and all that.
or take the time to do the tutorials and stuff.
Yeah,
like
bro.
that, too.
Yeah,
anything,
man.
you know, it's just giving us a
Yeah,
platform
dude.
to learn. You know?
Shout out to my boy Joshua Lufemi on YouTube. He's a dope creator, man. And actually, we're gonna be working on some stuff soon. Not to spoil. Oh, yeah, this is exclusive content on the
there you
Half
go.
Podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I'll be working with him soon. We have some ideas. And he's man. He does a lot of those tutorials, and I give it up to him, man, because like I can do stuff like that. I can make tutorials and everything like that, but I don't enjoy doing it. And it goes back to what we were talking about as far as creativity, like falling in love with the process. I don't enjoy screen grabbing and saying, and then you just go up here, file, open. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Justin Odisho. Like,
So do you
that's the man, bro.
Yeah.
Do you do those just for the views, like kind of to get more people on your channel?
Well, bro, it is, man, because
That's how Peter McKinney blew up.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, man, is that people don't realize is that YouTube, you look at it
YouTube is hard
Yeah.
to get your video out there. That I feel like that's the reason why TikTok is so successful, because the CEO of TikTok was like, I'm treating every video like I'm looking for consistency, and no matter who you are, if you're consistent, you're gonna get the chance to get followers to gain
Absolutely.
to be out there, because they have the For You page,
Right.
which puts your stuff out there.
And that was the thing-
YouTube is a total opposite.
No, man, and like that's the thing, man. People think that YouTube is like just like an entertainment place. No, bro. You need to understand that YouTube is a search engine. So whenever you're sitting there and you're having the question, what do I put the 120 frame timeline into? Those are going to get consistent views over the years to come, man. If I just post a video that says, my Australia trip, nobody's going to be typing in, what did Joseph do on his Australia trip? Like, they're not going to find it unless you have, and this is something that nobody knows, man, is that like Peter McKinnon, Justin Odisho, like all these cats, Matty Hapoya, these guys have created an authority on their channel that they can do whatever the heck that they want because they have an audience that will watch them.
I love it.
People like you and I, man, we don't have that authority yet.
Yeah.
We're munching on the stuff that's falling from the table, bro.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to get in there. But the moment that we create our authority and we're just like, we have our audience, we can just say, podcast day today, and you're gonna watch.
Yeah, just that. I quit.
What? Ain't nobody looking for that, bro. But it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Suck my dick and die. I like that one.
With that, YouTube, I feel like they need to get better, because YouTube is they don't trend stuff. Like, there's certain stuff that don't trend. Like the Rogan podcast with Malone had a shit ton of views, wasn't trending. Like, how is it?
Because there's so much shit on there. Like,
But
it's
still,
fucking
like,
crazy, bro.
it's people are already watching it. So why is this not trending? But then again, it's like YouTube knows what to put, what to take off, and it's crazy.
it's all business for them, man.
Politics.
What do you think about like the TikTok stuff?
Oh man, dude, the whole TikTok stuff, man. If I'm being honest with you, on one side it kind of made me sad because like whenever it's like 1 a.m. and there's nothing posting and nothing's going on, I'll like hop on TikTok and man, I'll just be laughing and going through, right? So it kind of makes me sad if they're gonna take it away or whatever, and how that's going.
They're gonna take it away?
There are possibilities. So there's Trump
like
wants to
Microsoft.
ban it because it's Chinese owned, and Microsoft wants to buy it. Apple, I heard Apple wants to buy it too.
And it's so it can.
We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. It could get banned.
So it could potentially be banned, but they want to buy it, right? And so part of me feels sad on that if that was the case. But on the complete other end, fam,
But you're saying it as a viewer's perspective, not as a creator, because you haven't gotten into that platform, right?
But when it comes to a creative perspective, man, they have a lot of stuff that they need to work on.
Right.
I think it's cool, man. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. If you want to become a creator, if you have no disrespect, all my TikTokers out there, no disrespect, but if you have let's say 15,000, because I think that's where I'm sitting at on YouTube right now. Let's say that you have 15,000 followers on TikTok. You can't do anything with that. Like, that's why they're all trying to shoot their TikTok to Instagram, shoot them to YouTube, because that is a place where they can actually create a community, and community is what's going to create an audience. They want to be able to talk. They want to be able to do all this stuff. TikTok doesn't allow for that. And on top of that, man, it doesn't allow, the views are skewed, by the way. Did you guys know this about TikTok?
What?
Did you know that
I don't even have that fucking app.
So if you go on TikTok, bro, if you go on TikTok and you're scrolling through, the views that it pops up on when you watch a video, it doesn't mean that somebody watched it. It means that it showed up on somebody's timeline.
Right, on the For You page.
On the For You page. So if it showed up on the For You page as you're scrolling,
that's a view.
that's a view. Even if we're just.
But I think that's the cool part, though. That I think that's where like TikTok, if it wasn't for the whole ban thing, that's where it was going to become the future, and it was going to become successful because it's giving every single creator an opportunity.
So from what I don't know nothing about TikTok, but from what I see you saying and you saying. You're saying the longevity of it might not be too, because
I don't think
you can't really build a cult or like a following.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing, bro. Is that like it's not like
some TikTokers that are popping were able to shift, and they're still on TikTok, but they were able to move to YouTube, Instagram, and still be successful. So like that's the right move. But like some people made an audience, like Charli D'Amelio is the biggest one.
Exactly.
And within a span of a year and a half, she's at 50 million followers or some shit like that.
Exactly, man. And so like
ridiculous.
As far as it growing, like it grows, bro. Like they doing something right. I'm gonna say that they're doing something right.
So if you jump on it and you do content and then content that people enjoy and like, you create a following. I think the mission would be to move it to.
And that's the thing. You want to.
That's why I wanted to do it. Like I wanted to like start, but I just can't. I can't find my like. What can I be different? What can I do? Because it's all about trends. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, man. Because TikTok discourages creative content. They want you to fit a mold of a trend. They want you to do this. Maybe do it slightly differently, but do
There's
this.
a new song. Everybody's doing a TikTok to this song. Boom.
Okay, I'll do it. Maybe I'll dance a little bit differently.
Right,
Maybe
I'll do a backflip on this. You know,
sounds like a bunch of fucking sheep.
It's true,
that's
man.
What it is.
It is. And that's my whole thing on TikTok, man. I just don't believe that.
Like I wanted to because of the simple. Like if I can do all my content on my phone, where it's like I pull up the camera and I already know the effects and what I can do, and I want a quick, simple video. Fine, but I'm like, I can't. Like, my thing is like the editing. I like the editing side of things.
Exactly.
I can't find to just pull out my phone and be like, oh, let's do this real quick. Like, I can't find it.
And it's interesting, man, because like did you know, like, okay, so I don't know if you guys know this cat. He's a YouTuber. His name is Aiden Robbins, I think his name is. He does like tutorials and stuff like that. He has great colors. He's a great creator. He talks about TikTok and talks about how it's not good for creators. And it was a very good video in terms of stuff and what he found and everything. I suggest you guys watch it. But aside from that, I was gonna say the biggest thing about like TikTok is that like I watch some stuff. By the way, some of those transition videos are fire that they're doing in the app, like where they like moving their like head and they're like, have you seen those? Like they like put their hats on, they throw their hats away, and then like they appear inside the hat from. Have you seen?
No,
these?
I try not to get on because the thing with TikTok, bro, it's addicting. So you keep scrolling. Since it's a short video format,
you spend your whole break.
Man, like one of my coworkers was like, "Man, I spent all night since 12 to all the way until 3, just scrolling and watching videos." I'm like.
This is like the casino, like.
So it is, and I've gotten there. Like when I go on TikTok, I find myself, boom. Next one. And it's weird because I want to learn it, I want to study it, but then I get sucked in just the content and like I become a viewer instead of an analyzer. Right. I go in as like, let me analyze what's going on. Let me see if I can crack the code and get in there. But it's like I end up like
laughing.
Wow, this is amazing. Oh, wow, this is funny. Like
exactly. And like that's my whole thing, man, where like I agree with you, but like some of the stuff that people do, like going back to editing, like some of the things that people do is actually really cool because did you know TikTok will be more likely to push your content if it was made within the app compared to if you just upload to
so
it.
you can plan everything out, script it, use Premiere Pro, edit it real nice, use even some After Effects, but guess what's gonna get the more clicks, the more likes, and
exactly
the native, like the regular shit.
They're onto. I mean, fuck that either sounds like it's not gonna work or it might just revolutionize the whole fucking.
I mean, clearly it's revolutionizing, man, because
Instagram just copied them. They were like,
bro,
that's the thing with Instagram. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all just stole Snapchat's idea. Now you're gonna go and steal. But they're still there. So they just stole. So you go into like when you about to upload a story on Instagram, you go to like the third toggle and it's called Reels. Same concept, copy paste,
bro.
There you go.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like
Instagram,
I appreciate Instagram.
No creativity at all.
Yeah, but I appreciate Instagram because that's like aside from YouTube, that's like one of my biggest. Platforms, and also Instagram is built for photographers, man. Like it really is. And so aside from that, I will say that with Instagram, like it bugs me so much. The moment that stories went to Facebook and Instagram because Snapchat, I was like, the heck is wrong with you guys? And then like this whole thing, Instagram Reels, I'm just like,
What
Dang,
about
bro.
the IGTV? I never get on it.
Man.
I'm more in like
Yeah,
I'm
the
more,
IGTV I think is kind of the same as you guys were saying
They
with,
were trying to
with TikTok.
they were
that-
trying to compete with YouTube.
No,
That's
hold
the
up.
whole-
Hold up. Like, what I'm saying is that when you upload on there, they're more likely to watch it than if you just upload a regular short video.
Yeah,
So,
so-
like, whatever goes on IGTV will get more views because you're using their
Yeah,
whatever.
so basically, when it comes to IGTV, so they were trying to compete with like YouTube and like
Video form.
Yeah, video form.
Longer
They-
than just a
longer than
minute.
just a minute, right? And so the thing that was crazy about IGTV is that like I don't know if you noticed this, but back in the day, you could watch like a solid like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of the clip in your timeline before you had to click to go
Oh,
to
yeah,
IGTV.
now it's quick.
Now it's literally
5
15 seconds.
seconds.
Because they want you to go to IGTV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't ever look at IGTV. The only time I
Me
look at
neither.
IGTV is if it's on my page, like if I'm scrolling, and then like I click on it just because I want to watch it.
I want to say it's the interface that really doesn't like. I'm lost. I get in there. I'm like, where do I go? Like what?
I
and it's
always
just
watch it and then I click back out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
fucking
I like
scrolling.
stuff that's on my Instagram timeline. And
Yeah, and that's the thing, man, is that like kind of bothers me is that have you noticed that like, you know, you have Facebook. Don't get me wrong, Facebook is a monster interface, bro. Like Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
Marketplace, it got dating, it got women, it got dudes, it got everything, bro. But Instagram, have you noticed, is becoming kind of like what Facebook used to be. There are reels, there are stories, there are DMs. You can make a long post like in the description of like your photo. You can do like a long caption now. You know, you can do video chat. You can do a full out video chat in Instagram. So have you noticed that Instagram is now the old Facebook, and Facebook is just a monster. Instagram is kind of like his baby brother that's just copying everything that the other social medias are doing. I hate that,
it's
bro.
So crazy.
Oh, man.
No creativity at all, man.
I don't like, man, Mark Zuckerberg just doesn't want to be Tom from MySpace. That's what I think.
God, man. Fuck. Going back to MySpace. Ooh, those were times.
Did you have a Bebo, bro?
I had a Bebo.
Did you have an Xanga?
Oh, I was on. No, not that.
I had a Bebo, bro. It was
was on-
me, my 10-year-old self. I was like this.
Yeah.
I used to edit. I don't remember, but it was like the flashy stars and like my
Oh,
name.
that's where the hoeing started right
Bro,
there on
heck
the
yeah,
Bebo.
bro.
All the
Bro,
little
you
thoughts
wanted-
in the making right there.
Bro, you wanted to start some trouble? You post a bulletin, bro, and say like "F everybody," and then you like write down your
And
bulletin.
then they'll hit you, well, what you mean, bro? Like,
Yeah, and then-
everybody?
bro. If you weren't on somebody else's top friends, but you were theirs.
Oh,
Bro.
man, the top friends. I'm glad they took. I mean, I'm glad. Like, oh God, because that was always a dilemma. Like, man, why am I top 5? Oh, is that how we are? All right, bet.
Yo, Darwin, so what would happen if on Instagram, bro, they bring back the top friends, man? Who would you put on your top friends? What do you think?
Oh God, don't put me on that spot, man. Shit, probably like my dog and
It's like my car.
my car, you know. But
They asked Mike Tyson, they were like, why do you think rich people go and buy exotic animals? He's like, I think because they get tired of people, man. Like, if people are fucking really stupid, man. So I'd rather hang around with animals.
Yeah, but I thought I just hit him in the head.
man, Mike Tyson right now can knock all 3 of us right now.
The hell
Bro,
yeah,
did
he
you see
can.
that?
Hell out
Did
of
you see
us.
the clip of him? Like he's like 50-some years old.
Yeah, fucking shit
Stupid.
up. Like, oh my God, like this guy is an animal. And, it's predicted that he's gonna fight Roy Jones, which I don't know how true that is, but
Yeah.
I think he'll beat the shit out of him.
exactly. I'm a big Roy Jones fan, but Roy Jones, you look out of condition. You just sit on the couch, eat Cheetos all day.
And Mike Tyson actually looks like he's in a better place. Like,
Yeah,
he
looks
watch
like
his
he's ready.
podcast. He's super calm, like funny. Everything is just on point. Like,
Yeah,
he's
no,
just-
man. When I saw that, I was impressed. I was just whenever they said that he was potentially fighting on, I literally asked my friend. I was like, "How much money do you think is going
Yeah.
into
Oh,
that fight, bro?"
it's
Stupid.
big. It's big, and it's not like it brings me like more motivation to be like, man, when I get to my 50s, this shit's gonna be nice because I want to be in that level
That's
of
kind of
like
like the fucking Rocky movie where he came back. Like, that's like a thing that you don't really see. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
But it's real life though, man.
yeah, it's the
yeah.
same like with The Rock and looking at Mike Tyson. It's like that. I think that's the ultimate goal is just to look good at that age, feel good, because we like to be quick to be like, oh, you're about to hit your 30s.
But
you're
it's
getting
nuts,
old.
bro,
You-
because
you
Mike Tyson
this."
does so much fucking cocaine and he's still like such a beast. Like, it's crazy.
Nah, man, I agree with you. I mean, when it comes to how you're gonna feel and like what age, because like I mean, me, man, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 28, and so like I'm getting closer to 30. But it's just wild to me because like I see that I'm getting older, and I'm just like, dang, man, my metabolism ain't as fast as it used to be.
Yeah.
And then I sit here and I think, man, I've asked people, and they're just like, people are just like, it's like, hey, man, what, how old are you? And I'm just like, well, take a guess. And like, 22, 23, 24, you know, whatever, right? But it's because of like the energy. that I
Yeah.
have. And I don't want to lose that, man. I've always said this,
Yeah.
like, if I become an old man, I want to be that cool old man that was like, hey, let's go hang
Exactly.
out with Joseph. He's an old cat, but he's cool, you know?
Exactly. I think that's the mentality, man, because it's like I have a cousin and he's 43, which I think that's still a great age to do a lot of stuff, play basketball and stuff. And I can't ask him to do that. And I go like when I go and play basketball, there's a guy that's 64, still playing basketball. He's not in the best shape, but he still goes out there and does his, he does his thing.
Dang.
He runs and he plays a full court game with us and stuff. So it's like, I was like, man, I admire you, man, because it takes a lot. You're probably after this game all beat up, and you probably need some like ice and
Icy hot.
yeah, icy hot and this and that, but you still come down here.
Darwin gave him a compliment and then a big fuck you after. Like,
Nah, but he said like
good job, you're out here, but after this, you're probably fucked.
but he
huh?
still like I was like, you still come
Your
down here,
shit
bro.
be aching, bro.
I'm trying to be like you, man. I was like, I'm trying to be like you when I get here.
That was
you know
the
what I'm
most
saying? Like,
that was the most beautiful insult you ever heard in your life. Oh man, so you hoop?
yeah, for sure, man. All the time. Come on, man. Let me find out you hoop.
I hoop, man.
Yeah.
That's my thing, bro. No, man,
Man.
I play basketball. I'm
Ah.
gonna be honest. So growing up, man, I played soccer. I played baseball. I didn't play football. My mama didn't want me to play no football.
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher style, you know what I'm saying? But the main thing that I played was like basketball, man.
Yeah.
So I've been playing basketball since I was
Thunder
like,
or what?
eight.
What are you?
Oh,
what?
Thunder.
Yeah.
All his videos, he had a Thunder hat.
Got my
man.
Thunder hat on. Yeah, no,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Thunder for days,
That's
man.
why to me it was so like, whoa, like there's a creator this good here in Oklahoma. What? It's just like it's so like there's nothing out here, bro. Like I remember when we were shooting the Padrino stuff, we were shooting a promo video for a group. Shout out to Padrino, and I saw somebody with a full vlogging setup, and I was like, shit. I meant to go up to him and like, hey, bro, that's dope, But I was just so focused on the shooting, getting the right shot and stuff. But I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, probably.
Why
the
do y'all
first
think
time-
that is? That Oklahoma doesn't have
wanna
like content
say,
creators.
At least for me, I'm jumping into it real quick without even giving you the chance to it about a time.
Oh no,
I'm
man!
talking about
I'm listening to you, bro.
I think what it is, bro, it's like people are not encouraged to do it. They like rather just work their regular job and not get out of that comfort zone because it takes like sometimes when I used to go out in public, it was a little like getting used to like, damn, like there's a lot of people
They're gonna
that
look
look
at me,
funny.
they're gonna
But then I was
be-
like,
yeah.
bro, but this is something I like to do. Like this is something that I even when I get into my zone, like I do
Block
it.
everybody out of
Yeah, and I've gotten to that like, but I feel like it's just that, bro. I don't know. It's just like, what do you think it is, bro?
Yeah, no, man, I agree with you. I think it's several things, but number one for sure is the societal and like the culture that we have. All right, we don't have a culture of LA. A culture of New York, like a Casey Neistat, hanging out, vlogging and stuff like that. Like when you go to LA, bro, like I'm gonna be honest.
That's normal. That's normal. Like,
when I was at VidCon, bro, every single person had a camera. If you didn't have a camera, you looked weird because you
Yeah.
didn't have a camera. And so I believe that that's one part of it here is that we are still getting into that culture. We're Oklahoma City is the Oklahoma City is the person who still hasn't grown into their pants yet. You know what I mean? Like we have all these things that are growing around us, but even the cultures can't keep up with like, oh snap! Like we're actually. Did you know we made the top 25 largest cities in the world? Like we finally like made it top 25
What?
or top 25, top 50. We finally made it, something like that, man. Yeah.
Stop playing with us.
No, I'm serious, bro.
Wait,
Yeah, man.
Serious.
largest city? What do you mean? Like, as
Yeah,
in
I need to look-
people or like?
I think it's
Population
I think
or
it's population if I'm not mistaken.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. So
I hope it does not become an LA because that's the problem with those
Yeah.
places. They're so overpopulated.
exactly, bro. But at the
And
same,
that's what makes
But here
Oklahoma
you still
Oklahoma.
see a bunch of fucking empty land and like.
It's true.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
it's getting there.
But it's
bro.
getting
Like,
there, bro. Like-
a lot of like you can say right now, but
Yeah.
within 10 more years, like imagine there's always new. Like I went down south of OKC, going close to Moore, and I'm like I saw a lot of new like
shit.
little spots. I'm like, whoa, this
Yeah,
is
bro.
going fast.
No,
you know?
it's true, man. Like we're growing faster. I think we bit off more than we can chew with how fast we're going. Like when the NBA came, man, that was a spike that just shot us up. But going back to I don't want to get off topic, but basically I think it's pretty much like the culture as far as like why there aren't really creators here. And on top of that, man, it's I think it's also like it's not bred here. You know what I mean? In LA, actors, talent, do your thing, go grind, go
Yeah.
Broadway in New York, you got this vibe, so and so Pitbulls from Miami, all this
Yeah.
stuff. You can count on one hand who came out of Oklahoma. You know what I mean?
Or for example, here, if we put a project together, it's like, damn, where's the models or where's the, you know, over there? I'm sure you could just hit up your homegirl or whatever, and then she has homegirls that work over that are involved in the scene. Here, it's like nobody, like.
I mean, and it's true, man. But man, it was interesting. You struck a chord with me, bro. Whenever you're saying just like I feel awkward, you know, holding out my camera and this and that, bro. Even me, who like I try and seem as natural on camera and with as much energy as I can. Like when I'm downtown, man, even for me, bro, and
it get like you have to get into a zone first where you're like F it, and then like you get into like that I don't care, let's do it, boom.
Yeah.
Because at first,
It
like
feels a little goofy.
you feel a little goofy because everybody's like, huh? But over there in LA, it's the opposite. They're like, oh, you don't have a camera on your hand? Here, let me get you one. Let's start vlogging. You know, that's how it feels over there. You know, so I think it's cool. That I guess I wouldn't say like we're the pioneers, but we're starting that like spark. We're starting the movement, and I feel like with the podcast and then with the content creation, we can start building that community. Because one of our goals is to get a pretty big space, a warehouse if possible, you know, and then call it the creative warehouse where it's like a lot of people coming in together.
And that's the thing, man, is that like I don't think people realize is that like you know how it is, man. Like whenever you were a kid and then like you wanted to take a trip. But you couldn't take a trip because like the only time you could take a trip was if mom and dad went. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And then, but did you know that there never came a moment where mom and dad said, "Hey, you can go on a trip by yourself." You decided to do that by yourself. I think that's the same thing with our community and like our creative community is that if we want to do that, man, there's no mommy and daddy, there's no LA, there's no New York that's going to tell us, "Hey, man, you can do this now." It's literally going to be just. Hey man, we decided to do it, and like it's like the 368 with Casey Neistat and stuff. Like bro, why can't we do it? Like
exactly,
it's doable, man. Because I've seen it grow. I've been doing this shit since like 2012, so there was like nobody doing videos, nothing, and now I see it, and it's like okay, I see more podcasts here and there. Like I don't even know how I didn't know about you, bro. Like I've seen so many other people and. It's growing for sure.
It is crazy. I feel like a shit ton of people need to know about you, bro. And it's
Do you plan on staying in Oklahoma or?
Yeah, actually, man, at first I thought about moving.
Because knowing all these cool people and shit, I would be like, man, fuck.
I'm out.
Right? No, man, but I will say this, man. Once again, exclusive content on the Half Court podcast right now. Stuff that I don't typically share because. On my YouTube channel, man, even though I may show people around in my life or anything, if you notice, I don't really share too much. I don't share too much personal stuff.
That's how it should be.
Because I want you to, if you want to follow me, you're going to follow me for my personality, but I don't want you to know like my personal stuff, exactly. Right? But I was going to say, so basically, before the pandemic hit and everything like that, I was actually planning on either moving to Dallas or LA or Houston, or I was going to be in Australia for about 3 to 6 months. I wanted to like go and create content, kind of get a feel for it and start like kind of pushing that with like the boys and stuff like that. But I kind of went through a lot of stuff and I started kind of thinking the pandemic hit and everything. And I started thinking about all this stuff. And I was just like, man, you know what? And this is one of the reasons why I wear an Oklahoma City Thunder hat, like on my videos often, is because I want to be proud and be like, yo, I'm from OKC, man, and I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to.
I've been saying.
Yeah. No, I got to that point too, bro. Because it's like me. I'm like, damn, this ain't the market for this. This ain't the market.
We would argue all the time.
We would argue
like,
all the
you
time.
talking shit about Oklahoma, bro? Like,
I'm not talking shit, bro. I like how simple. Like traffic is amazing. Sometimes you get your traffic stuff, but the city they're simple. Like the people are amazing, but it's like it got to the point where I'm like, man, I want to grow, but it's like. If there's nobody here doing it, then let's do it. Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul and they did move to LA, but they started all their stuff in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio's.
And so
where the heck is Ohio, bro?
Right. So it's like, I feel like we could do it. We can do it. And then we've gone like I said, we might average 200 views, 100 views or whatever, at least on this podcast is like, but
I mean,
the
that
people
goes back
comes
to
up to us and like, bro, I watch your podcast.
Yeah.
It's amazing. If 5 people do that and tell me that, I'm like, that's it. That's enough for me to keep going.
Yeah, bro. And I think that's like one of the biggest things, man, is that like, I was thinking about moving and whatnot, which I believe that there are a lot of opportunities in different places.
Right.
But one of the big things is that like whenever you're getting into like, I feel awkward saying this because I'm barely getting into it. Mm-hmm. So don't think that I'm trying to act all bad. But like whenever you get to like, I guess to a certain YouTube level and you get to travel and then like sponsorships and this and that, you know what, bro? Like your home base, like you're traveling so much that home base doesn't have to be,
exactly.
You know, it doesn't have to be Las Vegas. It doesn't have to be LA.
You already experienced it, but that was my mentality, and that's what I was saying. Like even with my lady, I was like, she's like, do you want to stay here? And I'm like, yeah, but it's like Oklahoma's so boring, and I'm like, well, it depends on how you want to look at it. But look, if one of our goals is to travel, whether it's business or just travel, at the end of the day, like we went to LA. It was fun. We went there for a week, but I wanted to come back.
Yeah,
like, it's too much.
No,
like,
it's too much, and that's my thing.
I feel like that's gonna be the same with anywhere you travel. Like whether if it's business or not, you stay there for a week or two or a month. You want to come back and be like,
yes. To piggyback on that, the being like good at home, you can be like Slim Thug. Doesn't have to leave Houston to make money. So when you're old and you don't want to travel no more, you can still make money in your home base. So
yeah, and that was my biggest thing, man. Like that was one of the reasons why, like I chose to stay, and I purchased a house, and I did all this stuff because I really wanted to. Man, it's just like it's a personal thing, man. I want to be able to be one of those guys where they're just like, dang, man, Joseph's from Oklahoma City. Man, I'm from here. I can do it too. Right. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to create a community like, with you guys and with other creatives and be able to sit there and say, yeah, man, we got a community. We got us, man. So don't sleep on us because I don't know. It's a pride thing, bro. Like,
it is, bro. I have that chip on my shoulder too.
Yeah, man. So like that's my thing, man. That's why that's one of the reasons why a lot of people say like,
I like your answer, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. So like, it's when people ask like, why YouTube or why do you do this? And actually, man, part of it, not only is it me and that I love to do it, but it's also because I'm just like, man, I want to leave my mark on OKC, man. I don't want people to say, oh, because of the Thunder. I want to be like, oh, isn't Joseph Garcia from I'm like, heck yeah, dude, I'm from OKC.
Like when that dude told you, like, how'd you make Oklahoma City look so cool? Like, I'm sure that was already a big,
I loved it.
Fuck yeah.
And I was like, heck yeah, man, just a red LED light, call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, you got to, man. I think right now what we're doing, and especially making this happen, I'm excited for future projects. And
yeah, man. Man, y'all cool people, man. It's hard to find creatives that are cool. The majority of the creatives I find are just kind of like they're just
either they're cocky or
they got two extremes, bro. They either cocky as can be and you don't want to work with them, or they're nerdy as can be and no skill level. And so I want to find this medium ground, this balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So, brother, what is next for you, man? Where you want to go from here?
Oh man, dude, this is tough, man. I've been thinking about it a lot, especially with this pandemic, bro. It's put a lot of stuff on hold, man. I'll be honest, man. So I made a video that was talking about 2020. I was going beast 2020, blah blah. And then all of a sudden,
for every of us, we were supposed to go to South by Southwest, get some dope content.
Oh, that's
we were supposed to do some crazy stuff. Boom.
Yeah.
This was our year. Our year, damn it.
Man, I got a video that can freaking motivate you, and I'm the one that's not even following it. You know what I mean? So, but no, man. So I mean, I had planned I want to go back to Australia, Houston, Canada, back to LA, Miami, Dallas, Houston. You know, traveling like crazy, getting a whole bunch of content. I made so many connections from just throughout since I started growing and everything like that. And then for this just to come through, it sucked, right? So I've been thinking a lot about it. But what's next, man, right now, man, is I'm trying to be consistent, but I'm reevaluating what I'm going to do on YouTube right now, bro. Because don't get me wrong, I love cameras, I love videos, I love making them and all this stuff. But I'm trying to make something that is going to last. You know what I mean? And, I think Matty Hopoya is doing it pretty well. What he did, man, he started off with all this stuff. Actually, for fun fact, his channel was called Travel Feels. He was talking about video stuff, and then he switched into Matty Hopoya, and then he started doing vlogs and stuff like that. And that has some longevity to it because he doesn't have to bust out with a new camera for you to watch. They can say, I quit, and people will still watch, And so I'm trying to figure out YouTube-wise how to make it grow because honestly, man, within the past 6 months, I don't think I've grown more than 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm reevaluating that in terms of what I'm going to do and then description, titles, all that stuff. So that's on YouTube. And then, but I'm really trying to make my brand, bro. Peter McKinnon, coffee, the owl, pirates, Sea-Doos, that's his thing. That's what he does. I want Joseph Garcia to be, shoes, fashion, hats, OKC, and I want my name to be able to do that. So that's why.
Man, I hear you, bro. I hear you because right now I took a pause and I'm doing vlogs, but I want to find like I want to get back to my personal YouTube channel.
So what was what's y'all's goals with your personal YouTube channel? Is there a certain amount of subscribers you want? Is there a certain amount of money you want? Like what is it that you guys want out of that?
I want to grow within the process of having fun. Within the process of like, I'm trying to find like, what can I do to make content and have fun with it, and then just let it grow. Like just, you know, create a community and build a brand and just go from there, man. I mean, Casey did it with the vlogs. You know, you're talking about.
Yeah, which he's a monster in and of
itself. Beast. David Dobrik is a beast. Like he did a short form of vlog, but he cuts straight down to the chase. So his videos are 5 minutes, but it's some crazy shit.
Speaking of David Dobrik,
execution is there. Like,
bro.
God damn.
So I met the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik and all those cats when I was at VidCon, right? And bro, that dude has a work ethic. It looks like he's having fun, but dude, that guy literally, he was walking around with his camera doing like some shooting or whatever, bro. And then all the Vlog Squad was downstairs drinking, everybody having a good time, blah, blah, blah. And then I was talking to them or whatever, and then they're just like, oh, no, man. I was just like, somebody asked him, I was like, hey, is David around? He was like, oh, no, man, he's up in the room editing, you know? And this was 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. He was like, he says that he has to have the video up by tomorrow. And I'm just like, bro, dang, bro.
That's the Kobe's.
So like my thing is like, I lost my roots when it came to the basketball. I want to follow up with that, but I don't want my channel to be just one thing. You know, is it just me?
No,
because they say like, oh, you got to focus on one thing. That way you can. But it's like, man, what if I?
That's why I just quit.
Quitter.
So I was like, fuck.
No, bro.
Like, when I want to do a vlog, I want to be able to do a vlog. But when I also want to sit down and talk about a game that like was a fire Thunder game, like this season, man, like tip off my hat to the Thunder. They're doing great, but I haven't been able to watch like probably if I have watched 5 games, it's a lot.
Right. And which, by the way, it's really awkward, the whole virtual fans thing, by the way. I just want to put that out. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so, but no, man, it's so true. I was going to say this, man, is that like, I think that when it comes to it, I think that you can incorporate the things that you enjoy into your channel. Obviously, there has to be one centralized thing of what you do, whether it be vlogs or experiences, short films, whatever it may be. But I think that you can grab from it, man. Because if I was to tell you this, going back to the same example, if I was to tell you, add these up and tell me what it equals. Coffee, owls, pirates, photography, short films. What would it equal? You'd be like, what the heck? I don't know. But you and I both know that's Peter McKinnon.
Right.
You know? So I believe that you can do that. So for me, man, I don't know if you guys know this guy. His name is Andreas Hem. Have you heard of him?
No.
Okay, bro. If you like Sam Colder, you're going to be blown away by Andreas Hem. This guy's insane. I'm going to send it to you, bro. It's insane. But one of the things is that he was doing vlogs, bro. And he called them vlogs. Bro, these were freaking short films, man. Incredibly done, right? And what ended up happening is I was sitting there thinking, I was just like, I started grabbing things from all these people that I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. So for example, I love fashion. I love shoes. I love that kind of stuff. So I can incorporate that by saying like, hey, we made a short film, but it's about some shoes, you know? And then like, oh, you know what? We're going to go and do this. I love cars. It's like, oh, well, here are some car photography tips. You know what I mean? So in terms of photography and video, we can grab our basketball, we can grab our fashion, we can grab our Puerto Rico, we can grab our basketball games. And then it's up to you as a creator. It's not about what you can create, bro. It's about how you can put your things together. That's
Give it your twist.
Give it your twist. And that's what makes you as a creator, not just, I'm a vlogger. No, man. No.
What makes it you?
What makes it me is because I'm putting these puzzle pieces that nobody thought that we could put together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's some good ass shit. That is some good ass shit. You got any other questions?
If you could go 5 years, man, what would you tell yourself? Some
advice. Go back in time 5 years.
If I can go back in time 5 years, pick up a camera right now, bro. I picked up a camera literally 3-4 years ago. So I would tell them, I was like, hey, pick up a camera, learn it inside and out. Start making content right now. Who cares if it's perfect or not? Make it right now and get it done. Enter your competitions. Get into it. Meet Tyler. Meet creatives. You know, meet these guys. And I think the biggest thing I would say is just go and do it. It sounds so simple, but just go and do it, man. Like, nobody's going to give you permission. I was one of those individuals that I always lived for somebody else, man, if I'm being honest. I live for whether it been for my parents, for church, for a job, for friends. That's why I didn't move. That's why I didn't take a job. That's why I didn't go to this event. That's why I didn't go to that party. That's why I didn't go to this. And I would just tell myself, I was like, hey, man, if you're going to go do it, man. As long as you got your head on straight, man, go do it. And you're going to get a lot further than I feel like I'm behind, bro. I'm 28. I feel I'm barely in the game, so I feel behind.
I mean, I don't think you should see it that way. I mean, I'm 27 right now, and it's like, obviously, if you ask me the question, yeah, I would like to do this earlier, but it's like, we're still young. We're still like, technology is only getting better. This thing right now is the future. Like, would you ever imagine you're getting paid just to do videos?
That's true. That's true, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a time that we gotta be thankful for. It's just what it is, man. Like,
and not let the turbulence fuck us up.
Because that's my problem, man. I think about a million things and I do a million things at a time, and it's like, whoa. Like, as I'm editing a video, I'm over here because I'm in the process of moving too. So I'm over here talking to the lady, and I'm over here trying to negotiate this and this and that. I'm like, whoa. I need to slow down. I need to calm down, focus on one thing, get one thing done instead of having all 20 tabs open in my head,
Absolutely, bro.
You got what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. But I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, this thing is just the beginning, so.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. You guys can count on me, man. You guys need some help if I'm available, or you guys want to go shoot. You got my number, man. Hit me up, man. We'll go do it, man. It's all about creating that community, man, and leaving our mark on OKC, man. I can't do it by myself, so I need y'all's help. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, let's do it, man.
So where can they find you, man? Because you got amazing content on YouTube and also enjoyable images on Instagram.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So if you guys want to go check me out, you can follow me on YouTube. It is Joseph Garcia. I'll be the first one that pops up. Back in the day, Joseph Garcia that would pop up was actually some dude that was in jail. He's like the most wanted, by the way. But I passed him, which is a good thing. So if you guys want to check me out on YouTube, Joseph Garcia, just the way it sounds. And on Instagram, you can follow me at Keyboard King. Y'all can check me out on Instagram. That's really the main place where I post and stuff. And don't be any strangers, man. I think Darwin can attest to this. I was like, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, I was like, let's see if we get a respond.
Man. Just hit me up, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming, and giving us the good stuff here, man. Like I said, I'm excited for the future. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We are out.